Excuse me, sir. Would you rather have this baseball card or $20 in cash?
I'd rather you find a hole to jump in.
Excuse me, sir. Would you rather have this baseball card or $20 in... Dude, what is wrong with people? There's a kid over here. Let's do this one. This should be good. Hey, little buddy. Would you rather have this Mike Trout... Oh! 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 Oh!
Geoff! What are you doing?
Holly Snowflake? Holly, the virtual is canceled. Nobody cares about Christmas, so why should I?
Oh, Geoff, what's wrong? It looks like someone took the jingle out your bells.
No, not to me, Holly. To Christmas.
Well, the virtual must go on, Geoff. I mean, what am I gonna tell Santa?
Tell Santa the virtual is canceled this year, and that's final.
Ooh, Geoff needs my help.
And so that night, Jeffrey took every cord, camera, and light, and left the room with not even a SlabStrong in sight. Oh, what a fright. Come the next morning, the team was in shock. Everything was gone, even the giveaway box. But the team would not despair. No, they knew they must repair. The virtual goes on, yells Kelly Francis. The team snaps into action while Holly glances. Geoff shall be here. We all know it is up to Holly. She must save the show.
Geoff, you have to...
What, Holly?
Oh, boy.
I'm in the middle of band practice.
Oh, boy. Geoff, the whole team is still trying to make the virtual go on.
The team?
Yes, the team. The team is scrambling to clean up this whole mess. And if you're not gonna help, you're gonna find yourself on the naughty list. Oh.
You guys looking for this?
Alright, somebody grab the cord. You need to hang that up. I need lights on each corner. Can somebody put the lenses on the green corner?
Hello and welcome to the virtual holiday card show. Hello, Hello, sports card investors, and you are looking live at our third annual virtual holiday card show. I am so excited to have all of you here tonight. My team and I have worked tremendously hard on this show tonight, and for the next 3 hours, we have some of the absolute best guests in the hobby. So many different faces from the hobby. You're going to love the conversations that take place tonight. We got special announcements and we have giveaways galore. Thanks to our friends at Midwest Cards, we've got an incredible amount of wax that's being given away tonight. And then our presenting sponsor, eBay Collectibles, has a giveaway of their own that's incredible, including a sealed box of 2020 National Treasures basketball that will be given away live at the end of the show tonight. There's so much tonight to be thankful for, and I'm so excited to bring you all these amazing guests and share the next few hours with you. So get comfortable, grab yourself a nice frosty cold beverage, sit on your couch, put this on your TV or whatever suits you, and we are here to entertain you and bring you some great guests for the next few hours tonight. Tonight, you're gonna get guests like Bob Means, the director of trading cards at eBay, with some big announcements. We've got Jason from ODS Sports. We got Jeremy Lee. We got Stephanie from Mama Breaks, Breakout Cards, Got Baseball Cards. We're about to go live to Burbank Sports Cards out in Burbank, California in just a moment. Unbelievable giveaways tonight. We're giving away a Prism Football Hobby Box or Origins Football Hobby Box. We're giving away Absolute, Optic Football, Optic Basketball, Court Kings Hobby Box, Prism Basketball Hobby, Optic Basketball Hobby, Bowman Sapphire, Topps Chrome. We got UEFA Sapphire. We got all kinds of stuff happening tonight throughout the night. Here's what you need to do. You need to enter the giveaway because we're doing a new giveaway link each show to make sure that only people who are here right now watching get a chance to be part of this. So what you need to do, the giveaway link is linked in the YouTube chat. It's pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. So if you haven't yet, click that link to enter tonight's giveaway. It is a new link each day. So you're going to click this one. This is a brand new link just for today. And this will get you entered into the giveaway for today. And tomorrow night, we'll have another link for tomorrow night. Even if you pre-registered, click on that link and get started. Speaking of getting started, let's get going, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to bring on our first guest. We're going to go live to Burbank, California. We're going to bring on Rob, the card father from Burbank Sports Cards.
Yeah.
You are out there at your shop at Burbank Sports Cards. And this summer, I got to travel to LA. I got to visit your store many times while I was out there this summer. An absolutely incredible store. Tell everybody about it for folks who haven't had the chance to experience Burbank Sports Cards in person.
Well, we like to think that it's a destination store with something for everybody. We've got 41 showcases with singles that are highly organized. We have constant buying going on. We got a couple professional buyers buying things all day. We did deals while you were here, Geoff. It's a place that you really have to see to believe. It's we call it Mecca, and a lot of people visit from all over the world to see it. And of course, we also have our online building a block from here that you see all the inventory on eBay. So got a lot of things going on here.
And you said a couple of things there that I want to hit on because I think they're real unique to what you have going on at your store. The first thing you said was buying. And, you know, it's my experience traveling around to a lot of different sports card shops that not a lot of them are actively buying, certainly not the way that you do. Talk a little bit more about that, like how you're buying from people who just are walking in your shop almost every day.
We actually have a list. When you walk in, you put your name on a list, and people can wait 2 hours. I mean, there's days we go through 50 people. To me, liquidity is probably the biggest issue in the industry right now. And I think it's important for shops to be buyers, to be active. These cards have value, and not everybody has cash. Their credit cards are all maxed out, but they've got cards. We need to be able to take in those cards, give store credit, cash people out. Without those liquidity centers, as I like to call them, the industry has a big problem. And if stores aren't buying, their inventory becomes stale and their customers will go elsewhere. And, they'll spend the money here rather than go somewhere else because we actually buy and sell. And for this industry to thrive going forward, we need more buyers. We need more shops set up that can create liquidity. And that's something that we pride ourselves on every day.
I'm curious to hear from the people in the chat right now. Are you guys near a sports card shop that does this type of buying? Because Rob's the only one that I've experienced that buys to that degree. But I'm curious in the chat, if you guys are around other shops, let us know. I agree, Rob. That's an awesome service you offer. It's a big part of the industry. And you make cash offers to people, but you also actually do a ton of trading. I did some trade deals with you when I was there this summer.
Ryan does. My son is Ryan. I call him the epicenter. I think the world revolves around him in this industry anymore. And the deals he does, this was a card he picked up today. I've never owned the card before. It was a big trade. And these are the types, I hope you can see it.
Yeah.
But it's a ridiculous kind of card. And those are the kind of deals that go down here all the time.
So somebody walked into the shop today and essentially sold that to you guys, and you guys picked that up.
It was one of those half cash, half trades. They saw a bunch of stuff. We shoot reels on Instagram every single day. What we're buying, we're tagging it immediately, getting it out in real time and showing them through reels. And people see these cards and they might not have planned to have come to the store that day, but all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, I got to get in there. He just put this out. And so people are constantly coming in. You need to be buying. If you're buying, you can provide all these things. And it's just, you can't have stale inventory. And these people that bring in cards like that Curry or cards like this LeBron that came in today, they don't come in because you have the same stuff over and over again. They come in because you're fresh daily. And I think that's critical. And I also think that going forward, singles will be a much bigger part of the business than boxes and breaks. I think this industry is already veering towards it. I think people are already veering towards collecting more, creating PCs, being smarter with their money, and building collections that they're taking pride in. And this is exciting to me because that wasn't the way in 20 and 21, but I'm starting to see it. And people are really, digging the fact that we make people liquid. We take an unwanted card from someone, we process it and put it into the next person's hands quickly. And I think for shops going forward, they're going to need to grind a little harder in order to make a dent in this industry and be Fanatics worthy, where Fanatics can sit there and say, this shop is creating liquidity, creating experiences. These are the types of stores that we want to get behind, in my opinion.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it's an awesome service you guys offer. And part of the key to that, though, is for these stores to be able to buy in the volume that you buy. They also have to be able to sell, obviously, quickly. And I know you guys have a lot of flow through in the store, people coming in picking cards up, but then you also have the largest inventory of any card dealer in the world on eBay. Is that right?
Yeah. We have a building next door. This one's about 4,000 feet. It's pure retail. The other building's about 7,500 feet, and it features 40 million cards that are on eBay, of which 2.5 million are unique. And when we bring cards in and process them, we have showcases that we call new arrivals. And these are cards that are like brand new to the store. And they sit in our showcases for a set amount of time before going to eBay and before going to BurbankCards.com. We'd rather sell it local. And once we've given it that chance, then new things come in and rotate the old cards out and they go online. So we've got this streamlined process of the way that cards come in, how they get processed, where they go, and the differences between the retail store and online.
Yeah, that's awesome. And in fact, that is also a reason for people to actually visit your store, because every single morning you're putting out fresh inventory, all the stuff you bought from the day before. And some of that stuff never makes it to eBay because it sells the day you put it out. Do you have like a rush of people that kind of come in every day and look for the new cards that were bought the day before?
We've sold more cards today. I call them bullet holes. It's like I fill the showcases, then I come around 4 o'clock and I'm like, this is unbelievable how much stuff sells through the store. And I think a lot of it is simply because it's fresh. And we get people for different reasons. Maybe they're making mystery boxes. Maybe they're speculating. Maybe they have a whatnot account and they want to do things with my inventory. But today's been insane. I'll take a video at like 1:30 on a Tuesday, and there's just people everywhere. And they're not here because of my charming personality. They're here because everything is new all the time. And Ryan's doing a deal right now. It's just the amount of stuff that he's selling, trading, cash. It's card shops need to be more receptive to people bringing them merchandise, because that makes everything hum in our business. And I think a lot more shops are going to take that on, especially as they don't get the product like they used to, especially when Fanatics starts making the changes where the money might not be in the boxes anymore. Maybe the money becomes in the singles. And I think that a lot of shops are going to have to adapt to that new world order and really embrace the grind, embrace the singles, and use your customers as distributors. And that's what I always say, is my customers are bringing in this merchandise, and in effect, they're our distributors.
So there's a lot of people that I think are a little down in the sports card hobby right now, because we've seen prices drop this year. Some dealers have said sales have kind of slowed down. Some people are reporting cards aren't moving as fast as they used to on eBay, and when they do move, they're getting low offers. It sounds like you, though, still have really a very optimistic outlook based upon the traffic that you're seeing. Where do you think the sports card market is going headed in the next year?
Well, I think it depends on who you're talking to and what they do. I got a text from someone today who's arguably the most important person in the industry right now, and he asked how business was. And I shot a video and I sent it to him, and there was like 25 people in the store. And I basically told him, if you're willing to grind, if you're willing to buy, and you create an experience, you're doing just fine. If you're doing what everybody else does and going after the low-hanging fruit, it's going to be a tough road. I'm super pumped about 2023. I think our business was built for what's going on right now and the way that the money is shifting in the industry. And we've seen this coming for a while now. It just wasn't sustainable, and too many people are doing the same easy things. And we've built this business for the difficult times, because we've been through recessions, we've been through labor strikes, we've been through, just all kinds of economic problems. And a lot of times, the harder the business is, the better it is for us. And we don't choose it to happen, but when it does, your competition starts to thin out. They just get down on themselves. And I'm like, we still have the same foot traffic, maybe even more. And we still have the same dollars. It's just being dispensed differently. And I think people really need to really look at what they're doing and say, what's different about what I do than everybody else, and creating the experience and people coming in, because everyone does box breaks and everybody is flipping boxes and things and trying to flip slabs. But I think people are looking to get away from a lot of that and get into a safer haven, as well as just collect. We don't use the word collect nearly enough. And when you come into Burbank, you can certainly collect here.
That's awesome. And what a great piece of advice. Certainly there's opportunity in every market, up markets or down markets. There's a lot of opportunity in down markets, but you got to be a little more creative to find that opportunity, as you just said. All right, Rob, real quick before we wrap up and bring on the next guest, I want to ask you about your card show. I was out at your very first Burbank card show earlier this year, which was a big success. You're doing it again soon. You're doing it again next year, and this thing's going to be mega, right?
Yeah, for a first show, I guess we did okay. It blew away expectations. And the next one's going to be in Ontario, not Canada. I always have to make that clear to people. I'm like, yeah, it's in Ontario. There's an international airport 5 minutes from there. It's February 9th through the 12th at the Ontario Convention Center. The space is 5 times the size, and we're actually presented by eBay. So we're going to have some major sponsors, major activations, Super Bowl parties. It's going to be
Super Bowl
incredible.
Weekend, right? So Super Bowl weekend, the Burbank Card Show Super Bowl weekend with a Super Bowl party added onto it.
I also want to make sure we have time to give away some products.
Let's give away some product, Rob. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have you show the product you're giving away, and then anyone who wants a chance to win this, the link is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. So go click that link. We're going to do a random here in about an hour to give these away. So you got to watch a little longer, but show us, Rob, what you're giving away for us tonight.
Well, it wasn't the curry. I'll start with that. But yeah, we got a box of Topps Chrome Hobby. And of course, Fanatics has made an incredible promotion out of that product. We got a box of Prism Mega Basketball. We have a box of Optic Football Mega right there. And we're giving away a box of Bowman Megas as well. So we'll have 4 products that we're happy to give away. Hopefully someone gets them that's going to enjoy them.
Once they're in the vault, if I want to just send them straight to auction, I can do that. And if it sells, I don't have to worry about that buyer. eBay takes care of that all on their end.
Look at that. Amazing. We're going to bring Cameron on, and then we'll go back to Daniel. All right, let's see if we can get Cameron up here. Cameron, how are you doing, sir?
Very good, Geoff. How are you?
Oh, man, welcome to the virtual. I'm sorry that this is, sorry for the little hiccups here. We're going to get this all straightened out. We got a great show, hours of great content over the next 2 nights. So we'll get a little smoother from here. But Cameron, first of all, folks who aren't familiar with you, you play an extremely important role in the sports card universe. You are the administrator of the Sports Card Investor Discord server, which is something that 30,000 sports card enthusiasts use. Tell everybody a little bit about this.
So the Sports Card Investor Discord server is a truly unique experience, and the community is something unlike anything else. I have been truly blessed to be able to be a part of this, and you guys have entrusted me with the reins of the server, which I really appreciate. And since I started working there, we've been able to, along with the rest of the staff and everything, we got an amazing staff in the Discord server. We've been able to grow from just in the past few months, from 24,000 to 28, almost 29,000 members. So it's a very strong community. The buy-sell trade community is honestly the best that I've seen, whether it be Facebook or Discord groups. It's definitely the place to be if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, if you're looking to communicate in the hobby, find new people. It's been an awesome ride so far.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's an incredible server. You do a great job with it. And it's, by the way, totally free. So for everybody out there who wants to get involved with, who wants to join a free, dynamic, I think the best online sports card community in the world, honestly, is our Discord server with how active it is, how many great people are on there. The moderators do a real good job of keeping everything clean. I know I know our link for people to join has shifted around a little lately. What's the best way for people to find the Discord who want to join it tonight, Cameron?
So there are a couple ways. You can go onto the Sports Card Investor page and go under, community, the community tab in the Sports Card Investor web page, and you can find a Discord there, or you can simply type in discord.gg/SCI.
Perfect. Oh, so that's working again. We got that working.
Yes, we got the link again.
Good. Discord. There we go. So discord.gg/SCI. Discord.gg/SCI.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Hopefully some people will join that and check that out tonight. It's a lot of fun on the Discord server. Cameron, let's talk though about what you do outside of just moderating the Discord. I know you do some buying and selling. You sell cards on eBay. Tell everybody a bit about your card business and some cards you've got for sale right now.
Yeah, so actually most of my selling is done off of eBay. I'm working on building up the eBay store right now. I'm getting it set up. So that's going to be set up real soon. I've been doing a lot of selling on the Discord server, on Facebook groups, and local as well, going to card shows. But honestly, I'm a collector at heart. The majority of the stuff that I sell, I usually end up putting that money right back into cards. It's just a hobbyist in me. But yeah, you guys will definitely be able to buy some cards from me on my eBay real soon. It's going to be Big C7 cards on eBay. And then anything you see on my Instagram as well, at Big C7 _cards, is usually for sale. If you DM me, hit me up, let me know I'm interested in a specific card or you're interested in certain players, teams, I'll make sure to reach out and we'll see if we can reach a deal.
Awesome. That's awesome. Give everyone that Instagram one more time.
Yeah, it's at BigC7_cards.
Any parting words of wisdom here you want to share with everybody here, Cameron?
I want to say for one, because I there were a few questions that were sent to me. I did want to mention one of these. So
Sure, absolutely.
one of the general questions that was provided to me was, what is currently your favorite thing about the sports card hobby? And I want to say, without a doubt, it's the community, and not just because of the Discord server, just because I've seen so many people rally around each other since 2020, since the pandemic, and the sports card hobby has really been something that a lot of people fell back on. And it's been awesome seeing the community, and part of that community is being able to build local communities, such as local card shows and local, trying to build in the community. And I have had the pleasure of being able to promote, as you know, the Hobby Slam card show that just took place in Miami a few months ago. And I want everybody to know that the next Hobby Slam show is coming very soon. The dates that I've been given is April 29th and 30th, and we're looking at Fort Lauderdale, Florida as the location. I know the venue, I can't say it just yet, but make sure you guys are following the Hobby Slam Instagram page as well for updates on that.
That's awesome. And I know there's some good card shows down there in South Florida. And of course, South Florida is an awesome place to visit. So hopefully lots of people get to check that out. I'm going to be down Cameron's way, hopefully in the new year. We're going to work on some content together, and I hope to get down there and be able to attend that card show with you.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
All right, final question, Cameron. We're going to get you out of here on this. Who is your favorite player to PC?
My favorite player to PC is Devin Singletary. So I went to FAU, if you didn't notice at all. I'm pointing to the wrong side of my shirt. I'm looking at a mirrored version. Yeah, there's a FAU logo. I met Devin Singletary a couple times while he was just tearing it up on the FAU football field. I rushed the field in 2017 when we won the conference championship game, and I dropped the sign I had, almost got trampled. I went through a lot to meet Devin Singletary, and so he's definitely my favorite player. I got a few cards here just to show off. These are all one-of-ones from 2019, National Treasures Collegiate. Don't ask me how I got all these. Guys, follow me on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube, because I'm going to be showing a lot of stories on how I got cards. And my main thing is the community and the hobby. I want to be a voice of truth in the hobby, and I want to give you guys all the stories, all the information you guys want to know. How I became, how I got into the hobby, I'm going to be doing interviews with the person who got me involved in sports cards. I'm going to be doing a lot of different things on there. I just posted a video to people how to trade online with the least risk of being scammed. So, I'm trying to help the community as much as possible. That's really
and that's big C7 cards on YouTube.
Yep.
Perfect. That's Cameron, I appreciate you joining the virtual. We'll talk soon.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a good one.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, Kelly, do you want to go to Tim next? Are we going to go to Tim next, or are we going to go to Daniel?
Go to Tim next. Let me just
All right.
my transition really
Awesome. We are going to bring on Tim McHenry, one of the hobby's favorites from SlabStrong. If you don't know this guy, you're about to know him. He's a lot of fun. Let's bring him on.
you're gonna have to give me a second.
Tim, are you there? Oh, I can't hear Tim.
Oh, hold on. I muted him 1 second.
Got to get him unmuted here. 1 second, Tim. All right, Tim, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Look at that. Wow, we got it working. Awesome, Tim. Tim, welcome to the virtual. You were on last year, and that was an exciting time. That was shortly after I had invested in your company. We became business partners. Man, a lot has gone on in the last year. You've grown. You've got new colors out. You got new products, all kinds of stuff happening. How have you been, man? How's the last year been for you?
Oh, everything's great, man. A lot of exciting things have happened. Gotten opportunities that I could never imagine I would ever get, all based off just being passionate about what I'm doing. I've had so much fun this past year.
That's awesome, man. And I've seen you at a lot of card shows. What was your favorite sports card moment this year? I know went to a bunch of different shows, and you also got married. Congratulations, as well for that. That's awesome. But what was your favorite sports card moment of the year?
I had a lot of fun at Culture Collision. We did a video that I didn't. You would ever let me. I've been trying to do it for 2 years. That was a lot of fun. Ralphie puts on a great show there. They're kind of all running together at this point. There's so many shows. I've just been traveling a lot, but I would say Culture Collision. That thing I did with you was awesome.
And we got Culture Collision coming up again in late January here in Atlanta. I love the fact that there's so many of these big card shows now. We just talked about a few of them, and we're only 30 minutes into this broadcast. It's coming up here in Atlanta, so hopefully I'll see you when you come down to Atlanta for that as well.
Oh yeah, I'm going to dominate the 3-on-3 tournament this year too. I already signed up, so.
Nice. All right, well, let's talk about SlabStrong. For people who don't know, you're an entrepreneur. You created this product. You've got an incredible story that you took the leap into entrepreneurship, coming from being a bar manager who was laid off in the pandemic, and you started this product. So share this product with everybody.
Yeah, in the beginning, I really just wanted to make slabs look cool, and I wanted to bring it at a reasonable price for everyone. So and then the colors and everything. Yeah, so it's just a way for everyone to protect their cards, and also, like I said, I just think it looks cool. And so what I did was originally did it with a Cricut machine, 3D printed it, which didn't give it the strength, right? And I just got injection molded now, and just be happy. I get so excited to, like, when I buy a new set, for me to figure out what color I actually want to put on my card now, and like kind of forgetting, like the kid in me forgetting that I own the company. So it's just been an exciting aspect of collecting for me.
Yeah, and so these are flexible rubber bumper sleeves, which go over your graded cards. Now I like them, so I have my entire personal collection, all of my nice investment cards. I have them all in the clear SlabStrongs. I personally like the clear ones because they just kind of blend into the slab. You don't really see them. But if you drop the slab, which I have done, the SlabStrong protects it. You could drop it on a concrete floor, and it's just like how a phone case protects your phone. The SlabStrong protects the slab. And I saw the utility in this because I'm like, man, some of these cards are expensive. Some of these slabs are expensive. And you're walking around a card show. Most of those card shows are concrete floors. You're trying to bring cards out to show someone, trade with someone, whatever. If something hits the ground, that slab can easily crack. And this really helps prevent that from occurring.
Yeah, and I honestly didn't realize how much that was happening until I went with shows and was watching people trade. And you have to let people have it in their hand, right? No one's going to just look through the case at it. And I didn't even realize at the time until my first show where I'd actually met you, how prevalent it was. So yeah, hopefully I've been able to save some people some time and a couple $100. And that was kind of my goal from the beginning.
You absolutely have. So I know you got a giveaway tonight, and you've also got a special offer for anybody who might want to get these to protect their own cards. So tell us about those things.
Yeah, so code SCI, 10% off. We'll get it all shipped out this week. We'll make sure you get it by Christmas. But yeah, go to my website, slabstrong.com. Use code SCI. That'll get you 10% off. And I believe we're giving away a 10-pack for the people.
We are. We're going to give away a 10-pack of assorted colors. So we're going to add that to the drawing later tonight. And if you have not registered, if you're watching the show and you have not registered for the giveaways tonight, the link is on top of the YouTube chat. Go register. We're going to start these giveaways here in about 45 minutes or less. We're going to start giving some of this stuff away. So a 10-pack of SlabStrongs will be part of that giveaway.
Yeah, all different colors too. Give everyone a little variety there,
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. So slabstrong.com, you can see all the different colors Tim's got available of the SlabStrongs, and promo code SCI is going to get you 10% off.
Sounds good. I might even buy a little something.
buy your own product. There you go. Tim, man, it's good to see you again. I appreciate you, and look forward to having you on the next virtual.
Yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
I'll bring them on the screen here. Daniel is an incredible car dealer with an incredible story. We've covered his story before in detail on the channel, so we're not going to get into it in a whole lot of detail today. But Daniel, and he's on now. Welcome, Daniel.
Hello.
Awesome to have you back on. Through some medical challenges that Daniel had, he actually kind of fell in love with cards, spent some time in the hospital. Give us the 30-second, Daniel, on that.
All right, so back in 2017, I went to the Mayo Clinic and I discovered cards. Actually, recently, the person that got me into cards passed. He was a local store owner of something called the Book Review up in Rochester, Minnesota, and he was the one that got me into cards, R.I.P. Craig. And ever since then, I've been building my collection I personally collect stuff like Hall of Fame basketball is my big thing. I love to build sets. That's really the 30-second rundown.
Yeah, it's an awesome story. And so cards were a little bit of escape for you when you were going through your medical challenge, but then they turned into a real entrepreneurial endeavor. You were doing it during high school. You're in college, right? Are you a freshman in college?
I am actually in my finals week of my first semester of college.
There you go. Look at that. So we've watched Daniel on this channel progress from being a high school student. Now he's officially a college student here in Atlanta. And how's it? Are you keeping the card business? Are you as busy with the card business as before, or have you had to scale it back because you're doing it, around a college schedule?
So in the beginning of the semester, I was living on campus, and that just really wasn't working out. I was waking up around 7 and going back home to get orders out, get stuff posted on eBay, stuff on Instagram. And it just didn't work out, so I ended up moving back home, and I have been working basically every night on it. I get zero sleep, period.
So you are doing full-time school stuff. You're doing it, so you're at home now, so you're doing it remote?
Yes, sir. Oh, no, I go to class every day. I just travel. I commute.
Wow. So you're doing full-time, full class load student stuff. You're running a large card business. I know you do a ton of transactions on eBay. I know you're a big card dealer. You go to different shows, and you're doing all of this around a full-time class schedule. You're up shipping orders till late in the morning. But you know what, Daniel? This is it, man. This is the hustle. This is what it's all about. Like, one of the things that I love about cards, I'm so passionate about entrepreneurship, and cards give you the opportunity to do entrepreneurship on the side and to learn it. And if you're willing to grind, you can still do your full-time job, or you can still go to school full-time. And if you're willing to grind, you can make a really good money on the side and grow it into a big thing.
Yes, sir. I've been doing this, as I said, since 2017. I did through high school, a little bit of middle school, and now I'm in college doing it. It's obviously time consuming, but the grind obviously always prevails, and the results always somehow work out.
This is awesome. This is awesome, guys. There's so many lessons that can be learned. Daniel is an inspiration. So my kids, I want them to, see people like Daniel who were doing this in high school. We're grinding, we're, making money, and he's going through medical challenges, and he's still grinding and doing this and taking full class schedules. And now he's in college and he's still grinding, and he's building up a card business and making money with it. It's such an inspiration. I hope for those of you watching out there, if you've got kids who are middle schoolers or high schoolers, go back and show them this clip of this interview with Daniel and let them follow Daniel, because he's definitely an inspiration.
Yeah, big stuff to come in the next year as well. I won't give out any secrets, but yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. We'll come back onto the virtual next year, Daniel, and we'll let you break that news. But I know you brought some cards with you. Actually, first of all, before we get into the cards, tell everybody how they can follow you, because there's,
So two main things. Obviously, eBay is number one. That's where most transactions happen. That's at @Deez_Cards_13. Again, at @Deez_Cards_13.
And Deez is DEEZ. So yes. DEEZ Cards_13 on eBay. Okay.
Yes. Same thing for Instagram, at DEEZCARDS_13. Then we are on loop every single Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where we move lots of quantity. Price ranges all the way from 50 cents up to a few thousand. Then on Facebook, it's DeezCards13. And yeah, that's where you can find me. That's awesome, Daniel. Well, everyone go give Daniel a follow. He's certainly awesome. But
You brought some of these cards with you that you got for sale, I think, right now on eBay. Is that right?
That is correct.
So let's see if we can get the card cam up so we can show some of these beauties off.
We gotta switch audio quickly.
Oh, all right. We're going to switch audio. We're going to do a little fancy switcheroo here to get the card cam up. We got to change out a cable. We're going to do that here real quick. All right, we'll be right
Tired of
back.
waking up like this? You go to turn off your alarm clock and all your sports cards end up on the floor. You can't live like this. You're clipping your hedges when, crunch, you chop down your favorite sports hero. Not getting a PSA 10 on that one, buddy. Or when you're putting together a birdhouse and suddenly this happens. Oops! Talk about a kick in the head. Ow! Say goodbye to the headaches of yesterday and say hello to SlabStrong. With SlabStrong, you don't have to worry about cracking slabs. No more bad mornings. Blindly turn off your alarm clock. Worry-free. And sleep tight knowing your card is snuggled up in a SlabStrong. And with SlabStrong, your friends will no longer label you a card trimmer. Go to SlabStrong.com before the end of the virtual and receive 10%. I repeat, a big fat 10% off your next order. So do it. Go to SlabStrong.com today for daily protection of your cards. SlabStrong doesn't actually protect against landscaping shears, hammers, and any other deadly objects. Please do not attempt to crack, snap, break your slabs in any way while using SlabStrong. SlabStrong is not liable for your mishandling of cards and other collectibles. I repeat, please do not try this at home. Before you or a loved one uses SlabStrong, consult with a physician to ensure your slabs and strongs are SlabStrong. The most common side effect of SlabStrong is increased coolness, collection value, and overall card well-being.
I think we're good, Daniel. Let's talk about these cards.
All right. So to start off, these are a few featured items that are up on my eBay right now. After this, I'll get into some PC stuff, what I like to do, and then just some other stuff that is listed on my eBay currently. All right, so first, case hit, LaMelo Downtown from 2020, 2021, Panini 1-in-1. This is listed at $43.99.99. On everything that is currently listed, feel free to shoot me an offer. I'm more than willing to work out something with you on eBay. All right. After that, 101 Devin Booker Prism from 2020, 2021, Black Shimmer 101 PSA 9. After that, Anthony Edwards Tiger SGC 9.5, listed at $39.99. After that, this is number 245 Jazz Chisholm First Refractor PSA 10. After that, T-Law Manga PSA 10, pop is right around the 7 or 8 mark. That is listed at $89.99. After that, Pop 1, numbered 105, Neymar, PSA 10. Very cool card for the World Cup going on right now. And finally, I don't even know if it's visible through the camera, BGS 10, let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty good through there. The BGS 10 Black Label Kobe Glass case hit from 2019-2020. That is listed at $54.99. All right, so as I said, I love building sets. I love building rainbows, that type of stuff. This is one current set that I'm working on. This is just one, and I'm also building the 86-87 Fleer set with Jordan rookies and all those. I'm only missing the Wilt. If someone has it, shoot me a DM on Instagram, eBay. This is the full set outside of the Wilt. All the big guys are in here besides Wilt, obviously. This is the one that not many people could find. He didn't sign, I'm pretty sure he didn't sign as many as he did the level 2. None of them have popped up recently on eBay besides one. This one and one before that got binned in less than a minute. That's the Glenn Rice Incredible. And finally, RIP Bill Russell, PSA 9 Incredible. All right, one more little PC, one or two more. This is a rainbow I'm currently building. It is the 2019-2020 Panini Prism Kareem Abdul-Jabbar set. A few PSA 10s here and there. All of them are here except the 2 golds, the Green Pulsar, and the Nebula 101, which is a PSA 10. A little bit into the stuff for sales. That's what everybody's here for. First up, this is a case hit, Patty Mahomes Big Bang Next up is a Gio Reyna, number to 25 autograph from 2021-2022 Bundesliga Topps Finest. After that's a 101 sketch card of Shohei Ohtani. After that, number to 10, Shaq, Contenders Auto. And to go along with the Shaq is a 2005-2006 Red X Factor. That is number 2/139. BGS 9.5, super hard to grade those. I've been holding on to this for a little bit. This is a PSA 8 Deadpool, what are these things called? PMGs. That is listed at $21.99. Another Bill Russell Auto, 5/10, BGS 9 with a 10 autograph, and a 10/10 Zion Williamson Obsidian, PSA 10, super hard to grade those as well. A little bit more into the PC stuff. Hit me up with all of your Jerry West autos. I currently, over the past year, have accumulated over 200. These are just some of my favorites that I grabbed after getting home from school and heading here. All 101s with a cool patch and a double auto. These are the examples that you don't buy the card for the grade. BGS 7 auto, BGS 8 on the slab. And then just another cool PC card. Drew Brees, Tom Brady, their only dual auto ever made, PSA 8. Back up on to what is currently for sale. One sec. This is a 2020-21 Prism Ant Rookie PSA 10. After that, I've read Deebo Samuel SGC 10. That's number 299. Zion Williamson Low Pop Rookie number 299. 75 from Obsidian. Super nice looking product. After that, I feel courtside of Wilt Zebra PSA 10. After that, Tom Brady number to 355 SGC 10 die cut. And Najee Harris number 225 XRC rookie. That's listed at $5.99. Any Red Sox fans out there? Two of their top prospects, Blaze Jordan and Nick York, number to 25 dual autograph. And another dual autograph, Kirk Cousins, Stephon Diggs, 5/5. Mid to high. All right, Aaron Judge, MVP rookie refractor, BGS 10 from Bowman's Best. That's listed at $449. Bunch of Jaws coming up. Blue Ice and Red Ice, PSA 10, Contenders Optic. Neither of those are numbered. Number 2, 149. However, Panini Black, PSA 9, Jaw rookie. Number 2, this is a silver PSA 10, Premier level, I do believe. Yep, Premier level, Jaw rookie, PSA 10, silver. Luka Dazzle. These are pretty short printed out threads from 2018, PSA 9, Luka rookie. Second year, Josh Allen Scope. That is number 275. PSA 10, that is listed at $649. The pop on that is is 5. After that, a Jeter SP rookie SGC 7. That's listed at $235. A very cool Drew Brees card, 101 quad patch autograph. After that, out of the new Bowman Chrome, Jackson Merrill, number 100, one of the top prospects out there. Luka Hyper Pink, that is listed at $249. Another low pop card, love the low pop stuff. 2020 Contenders Optic LaMelo Lottery Ticket, PSA 10, that's listed at $149. Zion RWB SGC 9.5, that's listed at $169. Again, feel free to shoot me an offer on whatever's listed. There's over 1,500 items currently listed on my eBay. Feel free to shoot me an offer. More than willing to work a deal with you.
Awesome, Daniel. Thank you very much for showing us these cards. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back to wrap up.
Awesome.
buy it on eBay, send it to the vault, everything protected. If you decide to sell it, you can sell it instantly, and it's no stress to you. I think it's absolutely a no-brainer.
I'll say it.
All right. All right, welcome back, everybody. Ooh, the audio's a little loud there. I'll talk a little softer. All right, welcome back, everybody. So, the first hour, we're through the first hour of the show. We had a few technical difficulties here and there. It wasn't the smoothest hour, but you know what? We got 2 more great hours to go. It's going to get a little smoother from here. We've got great giveaways, which we're going to be starting to give away here in just a little while. If you have not entered the giveaways yet, use that link on the top of your chat to enter the giveaways tonight. We are trying to bring up Rich Layton. I think Rich Layton is going to be our next guest. He's going to join the show in just a moment. Rich Layton, of course, of Layton Sports Cards, the incredible breaking operation, one of the biggest in the business. So we're going to see if we can get Rich up here in just a moment, and hopefully he can hear me, and hopefully I can hear him. Once we get that working, and there he is, we're going to see Rich. Are you able to hear me?
I hear you, Geoff.
And I can hear you. Oh my goodness. All right, we got this. We're not going to touch the setup for the rest of the night, ladies and gentlemen. We had some equipment die in the studio. One of our cam link things died, and it just set everything into chaos for the last 45 minutes. But we're here, Rich. It's the holidays. It looks festive. You got a nice tree behind you. How is everything? Well, of course, you're down in Orlando, so it's not exactly cold down there right now. But how are the holidays treating you so far, Rich?
The holidays have been fantastic. I have a 4-month-old now, and it's super exciting to go through his first Christmas with him. So we're super excited around the house.
How is the sleep, Rich? How's that part of it going?
At first, it was pretty tough. We've gotten into kind of a rhythm with things, if you will, and not every day is the same, but we're doing our best. And Sarah's just been the most amazing mother that I've ever seen. So we're truly blessed.
Yeah, and I know you've got a family business there. I know Sarah helps out with the business, and you've got an awesome crew of breakers who work with you, some of which have been with you for a very long time. Is Layton Sports Cards, does it have that family type feel to the business?
Very much so. So our house was actually being worked on this year during Thanksgiving. However, previous to this year, we actually invite our entire, all of our employees, the entire crew, comes to our house for Thanksgiving dinner, or at least those that want to. We very much promote a family feel and a family friendly environment, not only on the live stream, but in our shop as well.
That's awesome. That's really, really cool to hear. And speaking of a shop, you guys opened up a retail store, and how's it like being a store owner now, as well as having one of the biggest breaking operations out there?
So we actually started with this. Well, we had a store in New Jersey 10 years ago now. It was small, but we were shop owners as well as breakers in 2012, 2013. When we moved to Florida, we kind of built a makeshift store, if you will. We had a little bit of a shop, but it wasn't much to speak of. But now, yeah, full-fledged store. We're actually, in a couple of months here, we'll be opening up our first full-fledged gaming store, a little over 6,000 square feet in downtown Altamont Springs, just north of Orlando. So we're super excited about that.
So for the people watching all over the country, all over the world, who may be traveling into Orlando perhaps for a little family vacation, a little Disney. I know it's obviously a very popular tourist destination. How far away are you from, the whole Disney or Universal area?
From our shop to Disney, it's about 40 minutes or so, depending on traffic, which can get really crazy around our area.
Okay, so next time, here's the game plan for everybody watching. You got to get your kids excited to go on a little Disney trip, or if you don't have kids, just get yourself excited to go on a little Disney trip, and then send the wife or the kids over to the park for the day, get in the car, jet 40 minutes up the road, and you get to go to the Disney World of Sports Cards. You get to go to Layton Sports Cards.
We've so many of our customers from our breaks actually do that exact thing. They bring the whole family, they make a Disney trip out of it or a Universal trip out of it. They stay a couple nights in a hotel and they take a day and they come to the store and we roll out the red carpet for them. We really do. We let them jump on the feet a little bit or open some boxes, hang out, meet the breakers that are, there that day. We really try to, cater to them and do, some fun stuff and make it really festive for everybody.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, Rich, let me get you out of here on this. I'm curious to get your take on just the hobby overall right now. As a store owner, as one of the biggest breakers in the business, obviously, some people would say this has been a tough year. We've seen prices fall. Maybe people aren't spending as much right now. But what's your outlook from here? How do you think it's affecting your businesses? And are you still as optimistic about the long term as you were, maybe a few years ago?
Great question. I mean, I'm always optimistic about our hobby. I think we have exponential growth going on right now. A lot of people are actually getting back into it that had thought about it before, but prices were too high for them to get in. There just wasn't solid entry points. You couldn't get retail in stores, and now you can. The brake prices were just astronomical because wax prices were astronomical and so on and so forth. They've come back down to earth a little bit. We have tons of new customers joining pretty much every break we list. So that makes me excited. It's more work for us, which we love to bring on all of those new people and educate them and tell them, try this, not so much that, don't spend a lot of money or, maybe aim for certain teams or certain players. And, this style of break may be better for you and so on and so forth. However, the brick and mortar store has been slammed. Every day we have a number of customers in there, buying wax, buying singles, trading, selling. We're buying singles every single day. Lane, who's been managing our store, has been absolutely crushing it and buying cards nonstop.
That's awesome.
And
That's good to hear.
it's been fantastic.
That's good to hear. Awesome, guys. Well, everybody out there, go check out Layton Sports Cards. They're one of the companies that I love to break with. So when I buy into breaks, I'm often buying in with Layton. Go check them out. Rich and his team do a fabulous job. I appreciate you joining the virtual.
Thank you, Geoff. Happy holidays to everyone on your team. And thank you so much for having me as always.
Absolutely. Happy holidays to you as well. Take care. All right, guys, we're just minutes away from our first set of giveaways tonight. Over $15,000 worth of stuff we're giving away. If you haven't entered yet, use that link. And I want to show you the link, by the way, at the top of the YouTube chat, pinned at the top of the YouTube chat. I want to show you something really cool as well before we bring in our next guest, Jason. These are custom printed stand-up displays. Dan from Stand Up Displays made some ridiculous holiday stand-up displays for me. But here's the wild thing about these guys. So these are card stands, right? They hold any size of card. They got a little dial on them, so you can put your card in there. They display your card on the counter. Here's the crazy thing. He now has it, so you can go to his website, standupdisplays.co. You can design any design. You can upload any design that you want, and he'll print it on a card stand and ship it to you. $24 to get your own custom full color. This thing looks ridiculously cool. You could literally, it could be your company, it could be your business, it could be anything, as long as it's not copyrighted material, but it could be any type of design that matches your card. It could be the name, you could name your PC and put it on there, and you could put photos, you could do whatever you want, and it's only $24. Standupdisplays.co for the new custom printed card stands, and it looks good with one of those SlabStrongs. They work together. That's a nice looking display right there. All right, let's go to our next guest, Jason Kuntz from ISA Grading and OTO. Well, let's bring on Jason. Jason, welcome to the virtual. How are you doing, sir? Oh, Jason's frozen. We're gonna hold on 1 second there. We got a frozen Jason. Jason is up in Michigan, and it's a little cold in Michigan. It's a little frosty outside, get a little snow. And I think maybe Jason wandered out here into the frozen Michigan evening. He was patiently waiting for us to bring him on here to the show, patiently waiting for a while, and apparently we've frozen poor Jason. The Michigan weather has frozen poor Jason. So we're gonna try to see if we can get him unfrozen here. What a screenshot! We lost. Well, we're gonna try to refresh Jason here and bring him on. Jason, huge University of Michigan fan, by the way. Very, very happy camper last year. Okay, guys, while we're waiting to bring Jason back on here and get his feed refreshed, I want to make a special announcement, and that is that at the end of tonight's show, so we're going to around 11, doing a whole bunch of giveaways starting here in the next 10 minutes. At the end of tonight's show, we're then switching over to Instagram, and we're going live on the eBay Collectibles Instagram. Not the normal eBay, but eBay Collectibles. It's a new Instagram account that eBay set up just for collectibles, news, and information. And we're going to go live on their account. And why this is really important to you is we're going to be giving away a box of National Treasures Basketball 2020 to somebody who joins that live. We're going to be giving away Zion cases. And we got some other stuff we're going to be giving away as well to people who are in that Instagram. So take this second while we're trying to bring Jason back up and go on Instagram. If you have Instagram, go follow eBay Collectibles on Instagram. That way you'll be notified when we go live on Instagram after the show tonight. All right, so we're trying to refresh Jason. I don't know if we want to bring on our next guest, Kelly, and go back to Jason a little bit later. Do we have Michael? Is Michael? We're gonna see if Michael's available here. We're swapping guests. Michael, can you hear me there? We're trying to get your video up too. We don't have your video right this second. So give us just a second, Michael. We're gonna have to try to bring your video up. I'm looking very blue today. Thank you. Oh, all right, hold on. All right, we're gonna go. Michael, we'll get back to you in a minute. We got you frozen too, but we have Stephanie from Mama Break. So I think we're gonna go to Stephanie here. We'll get back to Michael. There she is. Stephanie, how are you doing?
I'm great, Geoff. How are you?
Look at that. Welcome to the virtual holiday. I'm fantastic. Thank you for hanging with us here as we've been switching through guests. It's been a little crazy so far, but we have such an amazing group of people joining the show tonight, including yourself. So, Stephanie, you were one of my favorite people in the hobby, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the stuff you're doing with kids and the reason why that is. But tell everybody a little bit about yourself and about Mama Breaks who maybe haven't followed you yet.
Wow. Well, first of all, being one of your favorite people in the hobby, that's a huge honor. I'm super excited to be here and honored to be invited on. And a little bit about myself. I'm Mama Breaks. My real name is Stephanie Garcia. You can also call me Stephanie. You don't have to call me Mama. And I am a eBay seller, card show dealer, and my main forte, my favorite thing to do in the hobby is do card breaks. So I do card breaks on Whatnot. Currently a guest breaker for Bullpen LA on Thrift Shop Live and occasionally on Instagram. So I've been doing this for about 1.5 years now, 6 months full time. So.
And before that, you were a teacher, and you made the leap this last year. You made your last year as teaching, and over the summer, you transitioned to doing this full time.
Yes, I did. It was a very big decision for my family and I, but I felt like, I believe in the long term. I believe in the hobby long term, and this is something that I really enjoy to do. Sports and trading cards are my passion. And while I was very heartbroken to leave teaching, I try to channel a lot of that, my love for kids of that. I love kids at the middle school age, and that's the perfect time to enter the hobby, in my opinion. There's so many great practical skills that you can learn, and so many experiences that build confidence at that age. I think is super important. So I really I go back to my teaching roots and my passion by doing as much as I can for kids in the hobby.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible that you do that. And you're absolutely right. Middle school is a fantastic age. My oldest son, Reeves, is 11 years old. He's in 6th grade. It's, it's the ideal age for this. He's totally into like crunching the numbers and looking up comps and figuring out how he can go to a card show and flip, do trade up challenges and flip cards and make little bits of money. I think it's awesome. And by the way, he's got his own YouTube channel, Card Kids. I'm sure some folks out there have seen it, but if you have kids that you're trying to get into the hobby, subscribe them to Card Kids on YouTube, because Reeves and my other son Harrison put out a video every week, they're always pretty fun. But Stephanie, for you to cultivate that, you've been doing things at card shows like scavenger hunts for kids. Why are you doing this? How did this come about? Tell me more about this.
Well, I did. My first idea for a scavenger hunt at a card show came from attending Culture Collision, so Raphael Prison Card Show in Atlanta. I was fortunate enough to be able to go there with eBay, and I saw they were doing some sort of scavenger hunt, and I thought, how cool would this be to kind of switch it to be more family oriented and for kids? And like I said, scavenger hunt is something that I would do a lot with my students. I was an English teacher, so we would do like English teacher type of English themed scavenger hunts, and I thought, it would just be so much more fun for kids to attend shows if there was something like that for them there. So I was, again, fortunate enough to be very close to Wiley and Alex from the Union Marketplace show, and I kind of approached them with the idea, and they let me take off with it. So the big thing there is that they receive a paper that they go around and get hole punched by different vendors who either have a lesson for them, a skill, maybe a trivia question or pop quiz, but essentially it's promoting positive interaction between the kids and the vendors, I think, is my main goal for it. So definitely not, it's not a test. It's not meant to be a test. And they get a prize at the end, so.
They get a prize if they do it. And that gets kids learning how to speak to dealers, be more confident on their feet, not be afraid of approaching a dealer at a card show and having an interaction with them. I think that is a wonderful service you're doing for kids.
Thank you. And I really like to point out too how many vendors have had such a great time doing it too. And I think it serves for us as adults to remember our responsibility to create these positive, experiences for kids at their first card show, because we want them to be part of the hobby for the rest of their lives, just like we are as adults. And it starts when they're kids. So.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, Stephanie, before we get you out of here, let everyone know how they can follow you, and then anything else you wanna let everyone know.
Okay, you can follow me. I'm most active on Instagram. I'm working on a YouTube pretty soon. I don't know if you have ideas for things. I'd be more than happy to hear them, but definitely Instagram, whatnot, bullpen, drip with bullpen. And I actually I'm just announcing it now, but a Star Wars Topps Chrome Black box. I will be giving away this in honor of this show on my Friday stream. So every night I stream Star Wars breaks on Whatnot at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. So see you there. I will be giving this away in the first within the first 10 minutes of my show this Friday night. So
there you go. Yet another reason to follow Stephanie Mama Breaks. That's awesome, Stephanie. Really appreciate you joining tonight. Everyone go give her a follow. And thank you for joining the virtual holiday presented by eBay Collectibles.
Thank you, Geoff. Thank you, Kelly.
Awesome. That was awesome. Stephanie is fantastic. She's really, truly has one of the kindest hearts in the hobby. Absolutely love her. All right, so I think we're going to go now. We're going to go back to Jason. We got Jason unfrozen. Let's see if we can bring him up. There he is. Jason, how are you doing, sir?
Did it work?
We're live, man. We are working. I'm sorry to keep you waiting a little bit tonight. We've had a couple of difficulties along the way, but we're hitting our stride here again. So thank you for hanging out with us and joining the show.
No, it's okay. It's great to see you, man.
It's good to see you too. I had the honor of getting to go up to Michigan a few weeks ago, spent a couple of days in Jason's palace up there. And I do mean a palace. You're looking at his basketball court, which is his indoor basketball court, which is part of his compound, his house compound there behind you. Jason's been in cards forever. Actually, for those who don't know you, Jason, they don't know about One Team International Agency. Why don't you give everybody a little bit of a background?
So yeah, like everybody else, as a kid, I started collecting, at 10 years old, and I think the only difference between me and everybody else as a kid is I just kind of stuck with this path the entire way. So, a lot of people 14, 15 years old went off into do normal stuff, and I stuck into cards, and I kind of bought into the whole grading system early on, and here we are 30 years later. I just turned 40, and I've been doing cards nonstop, so I've seen a lot of different markets in the past 30 years.
Yeah, that's incredible that you've been through that whole time. And I want to before I ask you the next question, I just want to let the audience know the entrance to the giveaways cuts off in 5 minutes. And we're doing our first giveaways right after this. So if you haven't entered yet, you got 5 more minutes to enter the giveaways. The link's pinned on the top of the YouTube chat. So Jason, this history in cards has led you now to starting your own grading company, which has been up and running for a while. Tell everybody about what you're doing with ISA Grading.
Yeah, so ISA is basically, another option for people who are looking for a quicker turnaround time and better rates. Obviously, the hobby's expanded, so there's more room for other grading companies. Obviously, we have PSA, SGC, and Beckett. But, I definitely thought during this pandemic when, a bunch of people came into the hobby, there was just a need for turnaround time at a good price and an accurate grade. I saw a few people pop up and just the accuracy wasn't there, and that kind of pushed me into ISA at a much deeper level.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I was able to tour ISA, saw your grading facility. When I was there a couple of weeks ago, we actually got some video of that for the Sports Card Investor channel, which we're going to be sharing with everybody in January. And you guys are built for expansion. One thing that I took away from my visit there was you've got a really large space, you got really ambitious plans. How do you think, so in this environment where you have the other big grading companies, that have been out there, obviously companies that have been established for a long time, you're an upstart. There's other grading companies that have come along and are trying to compete for market share. How do you think ISA is going to be able to expand to, fill that space, fill that vision? Like what's the secret sauce going to be?
Experience. Everybody else who's kind of come into this thing basically saw our market explode during COVID and said, let me jump into this card grading thing, where this was something that I've done my whole life. I mean,
Oh, looks like Jason just froze again. All right. Well, we had Jason. We had a good talk with Jason. And you guys are going to see more of Jason on the Sports Card Investor channel in January. We've got a Slabs episode coming out with Jason where we're going to be touring through his collection, which is just absolutely incredible. That's an episode you're definitely going to want to see. We've also got a tour of ISA Grading. We're going to talk more about what they're doing and show you kind of the interesting things that they're up to. So a lot of cool stuff coming with Jason in January. We will, I guess we'll probably move on since he kind of froze up again there. Are we ready to give out some giveaways?
We've got 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes before we give out giveaways. We're going to give out giveaways in 2 minutes. All right, we're going to do giveaways. Jason's back. All right, we'll bring Jason back on to wrap. And I don't think we have any video from Mike yet still, it looks like.
Yeah, we're
working on getting video from Mike. All right, Jason, we froze for a second there, but we got you back. So you were talking
I'll
about...
try it again.
You're good. You're talking about experience, ISA, your history in this and your level of experience was going to make the difference when it comes to grading.
Yeah, man. Going live is a lot different when you can, edit and set everything up with all this.
We're observing that tonight, Jason. Yes, we're seeing this. This is we don't do much live stuff here at Sports Card Investor either, right? All of our stuff is we have a great studio, we have a great film team, but everything we're doing, we're normally recording and then we're editing and we don't do a lot of live streams. Some other channels do. We don't do a lot. So we're learning here a little bit tonight, but we're working the kinks out. But but it's fun. It's fun to do, right?
It's definitely been a fun night. I've been watching along. So getting back to what I was saying is, it really just comes down to experience. I know all the other dealers and collectors over the past 30 years where A lot of people came in just looking for, I don't want to say a money grab, but they just, not really a lot of expertise behind starting a grading company. And this is something that's all I've done. And for me, this is more of a passion project. I've done really well in the card game. So like, obviously I want to have a business that makes money, but this was really more about building a brand that can help people and get their cards back in, a few days with an accurate opinion at a good price rather than waiting, 6 months to a year.
Yeah, there's a need for that. And you guys, I know you're offering very aggressive pricing, really quick turnarounds, good service. So certainly look forward to using your grading service. And I think a lot of people are going to be impressed when they see the episode we did together in January and they get to see more behind the scenes of what you have going on there.
I'm super excited for the videos to air.
For sure. So I'm going to get you out of here on this. Your very best card. I know what it is because we talked about it while I was there. The one you got, tucked away in the vault. And talk to me about this epic card that you own and what makes this card so special to you.
So we're obviously talking about my Jackie Robinson PSA 9.
We are the PSA 9 Jackie Robinson. So highest graded example, right? There's yes. Am I correct in saying there's no PSA 10s of that?
So there's no PSA 10s, and it's a Pop 6, but one of those was cracked out. So it's really a Pop 5.
So obviously extremely rare. So really rarer than the 52 mantle. If you combine the 9s and 10s of the 52 mantle together, I think there are 9 of those. There's only 5 of the 1948 Leaf Jackie Robinsons in a 9, none in a 10. So it's rarer. And you've got one of the 9s.
I have one of the 9s, and in my opinion, it is more rare than the mantle. And I think it's a more valuable card than the mantle. Maybe not currently, but over the next 5 to 10 years, to me, that's a more iconic card just in what Jackie means for everything involved, outside of just the game itself.
So I definitely hear where you're coming from on that 100%, and we talked about that a lot while I was there. We'll talk about that in the Slabs episode in January. I'm curious to hear from the YouTube chat. What card is going to be more valuable 30 years from now? Will it be the 1952 mantle in a let's say a PSA 9, or will it be the Jackie Robinson, one of those 48
Leaf Jackie Robinsons?
All right, so that's your choice. Tell me in the YouTube chat, do you agree with Jason? Put mantle or leaf in the YouTube chat. We're getting more mantles than Jackies, but there are some Jackies. I'd say we're probably about 80% mantle, about 20% Jackie right now in the YouTube chat in terms of what's going to be more valuable. So you're going to have a little more convincing to do, Jason, but I think you might be onto something there. Awesome. Well, hey, it was great for you to join the show. I really appreciate having you, and go Michigan. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we need it. Thanks, Geoff. We'll talk soon.
Awesome. Talk soon. All right, I think we got our first batch of giveaways. Are we ready to give some stuff away? Let's bring them in here. We're gonna be doing giveaways throughout the evening here now for the rest of the night. So we have randomly chosen winners from those of you who entered tonight. We just put them through a randomizer. We have a $100 gift card to eBay. This is courtesy of D's Cards. So Daniel from D's Cards brought a $100 gift card to eBay. Servo26. This is for you, Servo26. This is, and are these the first part of the email address? Okay, is that what these names are on here? I think the first part of the email address. So if your email address starts with Servo26, that's yours. We have a hobby box of Optic basketball. Ooh, Jason Tatum's rookie year, 2017 Jason Tatum rookies. You've got Gabby Tech. Congratulations, that is yours. Absolute Football. You can go kaboom hunting. Junebug 74, that is yours. Ooh, this is a big one. Prism Hobby. 2019 Prism Hobby. And these, by the way, are all courtesy of our official wax sponsor, Midwest Cards. Go check out MidwestCards.com. So many great prizes tonight. This one goes to L.W. Escher. L.W. Escher. Congratulations. If you are a winner, there's now a link on the top of the YouTube chat. If you are a winner, go to that link. We're going to be putting the winners' names there. There's also a form for you to fill out to claim your prize. So go fill out the form on the top of the YouTube chat. Guys, we got tons of prizes to give away tonight. I think we got close to 50 winners tonight. These are just the first few. And just as a reminder, Burbank gave us 4 prizes to give away. So we need 4 winners from Burbank. You can go back and watch the video in terms of the 4 boxes he's given us to give away. So we'll get those in the next round. But thank you for this first round of giveaways there, Nick. I'll put those back for you to take back. We're going to bring our next guest on, and then we're going to do some more giveaways. So next coming on, do we have Michael from Touchdown Treasures ready to go? Let's bring him on. All right, this one's going to be fun. And there he is. Welcome to the show, Mike.
Well, thank you for having me again. Happy holidays.
It's exciting to have you back. Happy holidays. So for the audience who doesn't know Mike and Touchdown Treasures, if you get a chance to go to a card show that Mike is at, and I got to see him at the Chantilly card show about a year ago. If you get a chance to see him at a regional show like that, he is often going to have the most interesting table, and you're going to get a sense for what I'm talking about. Now, it's heavy football, but it's so many interesting artifacts. You're going to get a sense of what I'm talking about here in just a second. Mike, before we start talking about some of your specific items, tell everybody a little bit about your business and where you set up, et cetera.
Yeah, I'm out of Somers, New York. I've been doing this as a dealer for 38 years now, so it's I don't know where the time went, but it's flown by. My specialty is odd and unusual football, and preferably vintage, although I do dabble in other sports as well, and I've got a nice assortment between cards and memorabilia for your audience today, so hopefully they'll enjoy what they see.
I'm sure they will. They absolutely will. And let's go ahead and start taking a look, Mike. Show us some of the treasures that Touchdown Treasures has. And I believe, am I correct in saying everything we're going to see tonight is currently listed for sale on eBay? Is that right?
No, it's not on eBay, but it is on my website.
Okay. All right. So, well, I know you do a lot of business on eBay. Your Touchdown Treasures on eBay. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Touchdown Treasures on eBay. Check them out. And your website is touchdowntreasures.com. Is that right as well?
There's a hyphen between Touchdown and Treasures.
All right. Is that the case with eBay too? Is it Touchdown-Treasures on eBay?
No, actually, that one might actually be Mike TDT.
Okay. Mike TDT on eBay, touchdown-treasures.com. This matters because you're going to see what Mike's got, and some of this is going to catch your eye. Let's take a peek.
All right, we're going to start off with some vintage cards. Here, whoops, hang on, got to figure out which way to go. This is a Joe Paterno rookie card.
Joe
you don't
Paterno.
see these very often. He's one of the top 10 rookie cards to get in football. This is the backside.
What year is that, Mike?
This is 1950.
Wow, very cool.
Way off, way off. Okay, I got to go over there. And this is a fairly high grade for this. As you probably can see, the card is very small. It's about the size of a postage stamp. So most people don't even realize at a show what it is unless it's in a holder like this. So very cool item to get, still very collectible.
And what does an item like that run? What does that one run? Do you know?
That would be about $1,500.
Okay, in that grade, in a high grade.
In the high grade, yeah. This one, of course, everybody knows Jim Brown, but you don't usually see him quite so high in a 7. This one happens to be a Beckett. Very nicely centered for this year. This year is notorious for off-centering, and that's one of the reasons why Jim Brown doesn't get higher grades, because it is off-centered so much. There's the backside. Whoops, still got to figure this out. There, I'll do it that way. Sorry, still trying to figure. It seems to be the opposite of what I want to do. Very nice card.
Beautiful, iconic card.
This one would probably run you about $9,500.
Okay.
Another top 10 icon. Everybody knows Mr. Joe Namath. I guarantee a Super Bowl win. This is another high one, graded a 7. This is starting to get into some rarefied air. The big problem with Joe Namath is for the 65 Topps issues is they're known as diamond cuts. A diamond cut means that the card was cut on a slight angle. Because remember, back then, it's not like they do it today. Not everything's laser cut. So this is really, really hard to get centered. And this one is very nicely centered. And there's the back.
Beautiful classic card.
It absolutely is. And here's a twist on the same exact card. It's known as the butterfly version. If you look closely on his hand that's on the ball, it looks like there's a tattoo. Really what it is, it's a printer error, but everybody affectionately calls it as the butterfly issue. There's not very many of these versions to get. So if you're a Namath guy or a Jet guy, you like the variations if you can afford them. This one will run you about $5,100. The previous one was $16,000.
Wow. Wow. Nice.
This one is getting more into my niche, the odd, the unusual. This is a Steve Largent rookie card, but it's a 1977 Topps Mexican. Topps Mexican, this was the very first foreign licensed product by the NFL. Best of my knowledge, we believe in the hobby, there's only 35 known completed sets. That's not very many. Hopefully, I don't know how close I can get this where your audience can read it. But all the verbiage in the back is in Spanish. So most people, they come to my table.
First international set. Interesting.
I've got that. I said, no, look again. I'm pretty sure you don't have it. So that's some of the cards. Now we're going to get in a little bit more into the memorabilia. This, most people probably wouldn't even know what it is. Oh, wait, if I do this the wrong way. There we go. This is from 1965. It is the debut game of Joe Namath. This card is very rare. Very few exist. Not many are actually graded. This one in this condition would probably run you close to 10 grand.
So this is a ticket. This is a ticket to his debut game?
Correct.
Very cool. Yeah, tickets have obviously become popular. More and more people collecting them now. And Namath's first game, any New Yorker may have interest.
Well, this is true. And as you well know, I also specialized, particularly during COVID, which was super hot, Super Bowl tickets.
Yeah.
This one, hang on, there we go, is a Super Bowl III ticket. There were 3 color variations. What I mean by the color is the very top here, you'll see that strip is white. Gold, or yellow, as some people call it, is the most popular. There was the most amount of seats in that section. Blue is a very distant second as far as difficulty. White is virtually impossible. What makes this card not only virtually impossible, it's the highest grade known for this color variation. There's no equals and there's nothing higher. It stands alone. Beautiful, beautiful card. This one would run you about $4,500.
So that is the rarest variation of a rare Super Bowl ticket. So there you go, in the highest possible grade.
This is another very rare Super Bowl ticket. This is Super Bowl 20. Up here, if you look at the 2 bottoms, it's also in white. The most common by far is in silver. So most people say, I've got that. No, you don't. There's only 3 known full tickets. The previous ticket that I showed you was actually a stub. There have been a grade 6 and 5 in this. This is the 3rd one, but it's not graded. Just a beautiful card for a Super Bowl collector that's trying to get every color variation. Good luck getting this one. Super rare.
How much is that one, Mike? What's your asking price on that?
$12,000.
All right, so if you want one of the rare Super Bowl tickets out there in existence, it can be yours from Touchdown Treasures for $12,000.
Now getting a little bit more into the memorabilia part, this is a Super Bowl II cuffling set that was given to the players and the executives. This has appeared a couple times in auction. They typically run around 3,500. My price on this is 3,200. Not many of these were distributed. You know, you think of the amount of players that were back on the team back then, and the executives and the staff. We're not talking about a whole lot, and most people kept them. I'm not sure how this one slipped out, but I'm glad it did, because Packers are my best-selling team, and I can't imagine this is going to stick around for very long. Now we're going to shift a little bit away from football, because I do baseball as well. Another rare piece is this Roberto Clemente Salesman Sample World Series ring from 1971.
Wow.
The Salesman Sample, some people ask, oh, that's just a replica. Technically, no, it's not. It's actually made from the same mold that the players got theirs, just in a lesser quality. So most rings of this ilk would be diamonds, and it would be in 14 karat gold. This one is 10 karat gold, and it's a cubic zirconia. Far more affordable than good luck hunting down a player ring that who wants to give it up, because usually if they do give it up, depending on the player, it could be easily 50,000 and up, and if it's a major player, you're talking 6 digits easy. Very cool item. Also in the same genre as baseball, I also sell vintage bobbing head knotters. This is
Nice.
a mantle. This is the actual original box that it came in. There were 4 player knotters back in the day: Mantle, Maris, Clemente's the hardest, and Willie Mays. So this one, if I sort of take him out of the box for you, this is your little friend, Mickey Mantle.
Vintage bobblehead. Look at that. Wow. Very cool. Yeah, Mike's got fascinating stuff. Mike, we got time for about 2 more items, and then we got to wrap.
Oh, all right. Real quick. This is a Mickey Mantle signed plate from his restaurant back from the 60s.
Wow.
You see the plates every once in a while, but you don't see it autographed.
That's real
This
cool.
one, Mr. Old World Aaron Judge, is his rookie autograph card. Oops. Sorry.
Very cool.
So he's a hot commodity. I think everybody's waiting to see where he's going to land. The last offer I heard was from the Giants for $360 million, but I don't know what the actual years are. Getting back to football memorabilia, this is super, super cool. This is from the 1962 New York Titans. New York Titans used to be, or became, the New York Jets. I have never, in my 38 years, ever seen a New York Titans team sign football.
Yeah, you got all kinds of unique stuff. So your website, your eBay store, Touchdown Treasures. I know you got a whole bunch of more stuff. What card shows as well, Mike, are you going to be at for people who might want to check some of this out in the future?
Well, I'm done for this year. So early next year, we'll be at the Tarrytown Marriott, which is in New York near the Tappan Zee Bridge, if you're somewhere in the local area. I do the Oaks show in Pennsylvania, just shy of Philadelphia, and you mentioned the Chantilly show in Virginia, and of course, I'll always be at the National, which this upcoming year will be in Chicago.
There you go. Well, I certainly look forward to seeing you there, if not before. Mike, I appreciate it. Happy holidays, and keep everything going well at Touchdown Treasures.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays and a very happy new year. Look forward to seeing you again in person.
There you go. Appreciate it. All right, that was Mike from Touchdown Treasures. We're going to do some more. We got more giveaways right now. Let's do more giveaways. Giveaways have just entered the room, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got more giveaways. Our official wax sponsor, Midwest Cards, has hooked us up tonight with all kinds of incredible giveaways. We really, really appreciate them for all of these boxes. Midwest Cards is a awesome, awesome place to get all kinds of wax, good prices. I just, in fact, bought a couple of boxes for my sons on MidwestCards.com just a couple of weeks ago. So very quick shipping, excellent, excellent people. Here's some winners. Court Kings. This is going to Rivery13. So once again, if you enter the contest tonight, we've randomized the list, and I'm giving you the first part of the email address of the winner's name. Rivery13 for the Court Kings Hobby Box. Prism UFC Hobby Box. Colin Chrisman, Colin Chrisman, congratulations on your Prism UFC Hobby Box. Opeachy Platinum, Joe MC16, congratulations, Joe MC16. And Pokemon Chilling Rain, Booster Box, Loigmon plus 1880. Loigmon plus 1880. That is for you, Loigmon. Congratulations. If your name is announced as a winner, there's a form that is linked to the top of the YouTube chat to please fill out for that. And we've got some other winners here as well. Thank you once again to Midwest Cards for all of the wax tonight. Midwest Cards is an outstanding official wax sponsor of the show. Also wanted to announce the winners from Burbank. Burbank's giving out a 2021 Prism Basketball Mega Box. Our winner on that is Vass Kenj 4. They're giving out a 2022 Bowman Baseball Mega Box. Our winner on that is Kama, I'll just spell it out, Kamaatakh. And they're giving out a 2021 Optic Football Mega Box. That is going to Soccer Nut 5902. There actually was one more bonus box that Burbank announced they were going to give out live as well, so we'll have to go back and get a winner for that one. But those are for the first 3 prizes from Burbank. We still got a lot more giveaways. I know we got more guests. Are we ready to go to our next guest? We're going to bring on Jaspy's Case Breaks live from California. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, Joe, Mike, how are you guys doing?
We're doing great good. Can you guys hear us okay?
We can hear you great. It's good to see you again. I had the honor of visiting your shop out there in California, in Hermosa Beach, California.
That's right.
Earlier this year, over the summer. It's a great spot. Actually, it's a question I didn't ask when I was there, but I'm actually curious to hear. You're in Hermosa Beach. You got this beautiful, beachfront just down the street from your shop. Yep. And, it's kind of a big beach town. There's, surfers and people in swimsuits and everything. Not the place you would necessarily traditionally expect to find a sports card shop. Of course, it's like an amazing slice of paradise where you guys are. What was the motivation for putting the shop there?
Well, I guess location. It's right on Pacific Coast Highway, right at Pier Avenue. We were looking at a ton of different spots, and we looked at this one. We're like, well, we can't pass this one up just because of its proximity to the beach on a major highway. We got parking in the back. So, yeah, it was a no-brainer once we saw it.
Another reason was high-speed internet. So a lot of the surrounding towns don't have high-speed internet. So we have 3 streams going nightly. We don't want that to drop.
You do not want that to drop.
Extra.
Absolutely. And of course, while I, and I'm sure some folks in the chat, have had the honor of actually being able to visit your store in person, a lot of people know you from your breaking operation, right? A lot of people know you virtually. They know you from your online. You guys do a ton of it. Breaking studios right in your shop. And you started as breakers, right? Tell us a little bit about the history of Jaspy's.
Yeah, we started in 2014. It was Mike, myself, his son Nick, who runs a lot of the operations here. We started out in a garage, just breaking, selling breaks on eBay, and then breaking them live, and that was it. And we only did like 2 or 3 nights a week, and that soon grew to 5 nights a week, and grew to 7 nights a week, and eventually, here we are, with an Instagram a live operation doing personal breaks, and our YouTube operation where we're doing all of our group breaks. So it's been quite a run.
You guys are busy, and so I'm curious to get your outlook right now. The card market's obviously in a lot of change going on. You got Fanatics, who's obviously has gotten involved, and there's rumors swirling around about what's going to happen with Fanatics and Panini. By the way, the president of Fanatics Trading Cards will be here on the virtual tomorrow, early tomorrow on the virtual. So we're going to ask him about that, and we're going to find out right from the horse's mouth what's going on with Fanatics and Panini and all the stuff that's happening. So we're going to find that out tomorrow. So make sure to tune in for that.
Yeah, we'll tune in.
But there's a lot of there's some uncertainty. You've got obviously the economic questions in the greater world and prices and everything like that. You guys have been doing this for a bit. What is your outlook right now? Like how do you feel things are? How are you looking for the year ahead?
For me personally, I think any healthy market has ups and downs. You don't want like a stock or any market to just go straight up. That's not really a healthy market. There has to be something that pulls back and it gains, pulls back and it gains. When we started in 2014, I mean, we were kind of struggling, but every year we saw a little bit of growth, a little bit of growth, a little bit of growth. But we have to take a long view of it, I think. If you look at the short-term view, things aren't really that great in the economy. Things are slowing down. But I think if we look at a long-term view of it, there's a lot of signs in the industry that says that this is a healthy hobby, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think once the products get back to schedule, that's been a big thing. We're months and months behind on products.
We are.
So once it all gets caught up, probably six months to a year, probably they'll be back in order. I think it's a strong market going forward.
And Mike, you've been around for a long time. You've got an extremely long history in the hobby. You're one of the legends of the hobby, right? One of the OGs of the hobby. You've seen it for many years.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I attended my first show in 1970. So it's been 52 years ago. My father collected. So when I started collecting in the 60s, I saved everything. And in the 70s, I saved. So I was able to open my first store 1980, and it was fully stocked. So I was one of the lucky ones who didn't throw anything away.
That's awesome. Well, for everybody out there who's not familiar with Jaspy's, tell them how they can check out what you're doing online.
Yeah, you can check out at Jaspy's Breaks on Instagram Live at Jaspy's Breaks. And for group breaks, you can just search Jaspy's Case Breaks, and you can find our website on jaspyscasebreaks.com. That's for the group breaks. And Instagram Live at Jaspy's Breaks. And if you want to visit us in Hermosa Beach, we're close to the airport. If anyone wants to fly out and visit us, we're in Hermosa Beach, right on PCH and Pier Ave in Hermosa Beach, California.
We also have a nice singles business on eBay, Jaspy's Case Breaks on eBay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Definitely check out Jaspy's Case Breaks on eBay. We're honored to have eBay Collectibles as the presenting sponsor of the virtual.
I am, Mike. I like that.
And so definitely check out Jaspy's Case Breaks on eBay. They do a very nice eBay business, as do many of our dealers who are on the show tonight. So we appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Mike.
Great.
Thanks, Joe. We'll see you.
All right. Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. All right. I think it is time for our next guest. I think we're going to try to bring Ryan on, and then I think we got some more giveaways that we're going to be doing in just a minute as well. So let's see if we can get Ryan on. All right, Ryan, what's up, man? Welcome to the virtual holiday.
How's it going, Geoff? Thanks for having me on.
It's great to have you on. So you are, this is, I'm glad we have you on here. We got a lot to talk about. We got to, you've done a number of fascinating things, the content that you create, the book that you wrote. We got to talk about that as well. For people who aren't familiar with Breakout cards, tell everybody a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I try to educate people on fake sports cards in the hobby. I have a series of Spotting Fakes, which I cover every Friday, in a book as well that I published last December. So it's almost a 1-year anniversary on that. And then I have a card show addiction. Last year, I hit up 52 shows across the country. This year, I'm finishing off with number 50 in Raleigh this weekend, and 26 states for card shows so far. Eventually going to do all 50.
That is incredible. Like, listen to that, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan just told you that he hit 52 card shows last year, 50 this year. Every single state. Is that this year that you're doing the every single state thing?
Oh, I'm nowhere near close to all 50 states yet, so it's going to be a project.
Okay, it's a project, but you're checking them off. You're going towards the all 50 states.
Correct. I'm at 26 right now, so still have a ways to go. Some of the states don't really have any large shows, and it's tough to travel somewhere 7-8 hours on plane for only like a 30-table show.
But you got to do it at some point, right? You got to check them all off. So 102 card shows that you've been to in the last 2 years. And I think it was on Twitter the other day where I saw that you posted, did you post a top 10 list of your 10 favorite card shows so far this year?
Yeah, it was kind of like impromptu list. I should have really thought about it a little bit more. I just kind of tweeted it out because there's so many that I go to, and it's tough because like I collect vintage cards, so that's my main focus at a card show. Whereas like other people might collect modern cards or non-sports and have like their own specialty.
Yeah, so I saw the list you tweeted out, and I paid attention to it because I'm like, man, if anybody knows card shows, Ryan knows card shows because you have been to so many. That's absolutely incredible. Probably, I mean, possibly more than anyone else. Do you think there's anyone out there that over the last few years has been to more card shows than you?
I don't know for sure. I know there's a few different dealers that in the past, in the early 2000s or 1990s, they've had their companies at 60 or 70 shows because I've talked to them. But I don't know like an individual person that has gone to so many.
Yeah, probably not in the last couple of years either. So that's absolutely insane. And you've got a YouTube channel where you're vlogging from some of these shows, right? So you're giving people an experience of all these things. How can people kind of follow you and consume your different content and experiences?
Absolutely. So yeah, you can follow me on YouTube at Breakout Cards. I try to upload the card show vlogs like a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, just depends on when they get edited, as well as pickups. And those vlogs, I'll show you the card show itself, every single deal that I do, like what I spend on the cards as well, trying to be super transparent on that side of things. And then I also have Twitter and Instagram. So Breakout Cards _ on Twitter, and then Breakout Cards on Instagram.
That's awesome. Let's talk about your book. This book. Do you have a copy of it with you, by the way?
I wish. I'm on vacation right now and I forgot to put it in my bag.
No worries, no worries. But you wrote a book that is serving a very important role in the hobby. It's a very important piece of literature for the hobby because it's all about how to spot fakes. So we're talking what? Fake Jordan cards, fake Gretzky cards, which I know are also popular ones to be faked. What does your book encompass?
Yeah, so like the first 40 or 50 pages, I talk about different ways of spotting fake cards, like talking about like the texture of the card or whether the printing dots on the specific card. And then after that, I go into more detail about individual cards. I cover the top 50 most fake sports cards in the hobby. So it's a really good tool to reference. It's a quick read as well. You can really complete the book in 2 or 3 hours, if that, and then you can bring it in your backpack for card shows.
That's really cool. That's awesome. And tell people how they can get the book right now if they want to get a copy.
Absolutely. If you want to grab a copy, you can pick it up on Amazon.
There you go. So go to Amazon and they search for Spotting Fakes.
Correct. Spotting Fakes on Amazon.
There you go. Amazon, Spotting Fakes. It's worth the read. You'll definitely learn something from it. Ryan has put together a Bible in terms of that. And then I want to talk real quick, Ryan, before we get you out of here and let you get back on your vacation, about vintage, because you have always been into vintage, which is different, especially for someone a little younger like yourself. You've got like an obsession with pre-war cards. I see you talking about these pre-war cards all the time. I see cards on your channel that I've never seen before because you kind of go through all the depths of all these cards from, yesteryear for sure, right? Like, why vintage for you?
So my dad actually got me into vintage. He owned a card shop late 80s and early 90s. And then when the card market originally crashed over there, he sold everything. And when I was born, he got back into the hobby and he taught me from a really young age. He's like, buy vintage sports cards. Always go after those because there's always a large base of it and they're going to be very collectible. And from there, I started learning a lot about vintage baseball. That's primarily what I learned from him. But I've offshoot from there. I really got into pre-war as well as like non-sports and historical figures and like music. Like I really enjoy that type of stuff. And the thing for it is like all the research, because a lot of the like even like vintage or pre-war non-sports, it's not documented. You have to go through forums or like Net54 or talking to people that really collect this stuff in Facebook groups just to find out that information. And that's the part of the hobby I really enjoy.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, it's certainly been the part of the hobby to be in this year. Because while, a lot of modern cards have fallen in price, vintage has held pretty strong. And a lot of vintage cards have continued to tick up in price. So it has absolutely been a bright spot for the hobby this year. I'm sure that's treated you well as well.
Not too bad.
For sure. Awesome. All right, Ryan, well, we'll let you get back on your vacation, but I appreciate you joining Breakout Cards. Check out Ryan and his book, Spotting Fakes, and we'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on, Geoff.
Take care. All right, this has been a fun show. We got more giveaways, guys. It's time for more giveaways, ladies and gentlemen. We got another nice pile of wax here, it looks like, from our friends Midwest Cards. Oh, we got all kinds of other things we're announcing here, too. Wow, look at this, guys. Our official wax sponsor, Midwest Cards, has hooked us up with all of these boxes. Check them out, MidwestCards.com. This blaster box of Optic Donruss football is going to D South 7891. This Optic hobby box, I believe this is a hobby box of 2021-2022 basketball. That's a nice box. That is going to Noah B. Chappell. Noah B. Chappell, congratulations to you. How about this Bowman Sapphire Edition 2020? Sapphire is a nice product. That is going to Drew Ron Dazed 2. Drew Ron Dazed 2. We've got Topps Chrome Sapphire UEFA Champions League. That's a big box too. 2020 UEFA Champions League. Zach Zoccoli, congratulations. And we've got Pokemon. We have Silver Tempest. Oh, this is a new one actually. Silver Tempest. This is, I think, this is a brand new Pokemon release, I believe. Malik Jeffrey, congratulations on your Silver Tempest booster box, courtesy of our official wax sponsor, Midwest Cards. Guys, if you didn't win any of these, but you want to get any of these boxes on your own, they got great prices on MidwestCards.com. Go check them out for all of these boxes. Some folks in the chat are asking how you enter the giveaways. You're too late for some of them. We closed our official giveaway form, guys. There's a whole new set of giveaways tomorrow night. Make sure to show up earlier in the show tomorrow night. Show up at the beginning of the show to get entered into the giveaways. But, if you didn't get a chance to enter, right after the show ends tonight, I'm going to go live on the eBay Collectibles Instagram account, and I'm going to give away a box of National Treasures basketball, along with some other great prizes, so you still have a chance to win. Even if you didn't enter the giveaway tonight, we're going to be picking a whole new set of winners tonight on the eBay Collectibles Instagram account, 11:15 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:15 p.m. Pacific Time, live on eBay Collectibles on Instagram. But we still have more giveaways during this show, a lot more. So don't go anywhere, including a lot of good guests, including this next one from Sports Card Live and Tag Grading. You guys know him. Let's welcome Jeremy Lee to the show. And there's the man, Jeremy. Welcome to the virtual holiday.
Hey, Geoff. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
I tell you what, your live production that you do on Sports Card Live, you got that down. And we don't do a lot of live here at Sports Card Investor. The first hour of the show, we were kind of finding our way, Jeremy, and it made me impressed with how smooth your production goes. And it's just you doing it, but you do a great job of running your show, bringing all your guests on. Of course, I'm sure that all comes with experience. You've got many great deals of experience, tons of shows that you've done. Tell everybody a little bit about Sports Card Live.
Well, first, thank you for the compliment. And I did catch what was happening earlier, so I was rooting you guys on earlier. Sports Cards Live, I started in April 2020, just at the beginning of the pandemic, and I go live every Saturday night on the YouTube channel, Sports Cards Live, and I interview industry insiders, content creators, passionate collectors, and it's an interactive broadcast. I really incorporate the chat comments into the show, try and take as many questions as I can, and really just try and educate the hobby from the perspective of all these people that come on, and introduce these people to the hobby, or to my audience, at least the segment of the hobby that they represent.
Yeah, and you do a great job of that. How many shows have you done total so far?
Well, I have a few different shows. Sports Cards Live, I'm up to, I think this Saturday will be episode 163. I do a show called Collectible Live for Collectible, the fractional ownership platform. We're up to 60-something episodes there. And I also do an episode once a month on a Thursday to cover the extended bidding period of the PWCC Premier Auction. And we've done about 20 or so of those too. So I don't know, if you add those all up, I'm coming up to 250 or so episodes, I guess.
It's a lot of content. You're a busy guy. And you do these live shows. The thing that impresses me, Jeremy, you sacrifice Friday nights, Saturday nights, Thursday nights. Most people are out having dinner, they're doing a little date night, they're maybe doing it, they're out there, they're watching TV, they're at a movie. You're grinding. You're doing sports card content and working hard on those nights to make the hobby a better place.
Yeah, well, I mean, during the pandemic, for the first year and a half or so, it was okay. There was nothing else to do, so I actually had something to look forward to all week. Great Saturday night, I'm going to talk hobby with a fellow hobbyist and interact with the chat, the audience. So that was exciting. Now that life is getting and gotten more back to normal, it becomes a little bit more difficult to have a social life. I've got a family, a wife, and we like to do some things sometimes, but I tell her just try not to schedule anything for Saturday night. And so far, it's been pretty good. I've been able to remain fairly consistent.
Good. And we had the honor of being on your show this past Friday. Actually got to talk a little bit about the virtual and, preview what we were going to be doing here. So we certainly appreciate having you on. I want to switch gears a little bit. I want to hear a little bit about the hockey card market, Jeremy. Here down here in the States, it's been an up and down year for cards. We've seen some values decline and everything. I go to Toronto for the Sport Card Expo back in November. There's so many great collectors there, so much interest in that room and so many passionate collectors in Canada. What is the hockey card market like here at the end of the year 2022?
I mean, it's pretty strong. I think that one thing that the hockey card market has going for it that maybe puts it a bit of an advantage compared to football and basketball, and you notice I didn't say baseball, is that we have a very passionate foundation of collectors. Hockey fans, hockey collectors love their cards. I think, over the course of the pandemic, we had a lot of transient hobbyists come in, and a lot of them started with basketball. Maybe they went over to football and some to baseball. And again, please, this is just my perspective, my perception. But I think that, the hockey collectors, like I said, just really passionate about it. And the market's pretty strong. It seems like hockey followed the rise a little bit late, the 2021 rise in values a little bit later than the other sports did, which was probably ended up being a good thing. Maybe didn't have as far to fall as we find our new foundation, our new floor, and kind of go from there. But I think the hockey market is very strong. And I saw you at the Toronto Expo last month, Geoff. It was the busiest expo ever. They broke attendance records on the Friday. The volume of business was as good as I've ever had there at an expo. And I've been set up there for 17 years.
I mean, I've been preaching on this channel, like some people are down on the hobby because prices are down and, and all this kind of thing. And I'm like, in my opinion, interest remains as strong as it's ever been. I see it, and it's not every show. Some shows have had some traffic issues, but certain shows like the Sport Card Expo, extremely strong traffic still. There are other shows breaking attendance records as well. We see it in people who watch our videos, people who are consuming content. There's still a ton of interest. And I think in many ways, the hobby has now become a lot more collector friendly. Prices have come down. You're now able, as a collector, you're now able to go out and actually afford to buy a box and rip a box again and not feel awful about it. Like, a year or two ago, you're ripping a box of wax and it's a little painful sometimes. It's less that way now. It's a little more approachable. It's a little more affordable. The product's actually there on the retail shelf of a lot of stores now, which was never the case over the last couple of years. And so it feels like we're entering a really good era for collecting, and with interest still being high, I think it's a really good combination for the next year.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, the manufacturers are a little bit behind. In some cases, a lot behind on releasing the brands. But I think if we're patient and understand that there were extenuating circumstances over the last couple of years, that they will get there. You mentioned the prices of boxes, being able to rip a box has come down, a little bit more affordable now. I think the same thing goes for a lot of singles, people who like to just purchase singles on any platform, any marketplace. The values have come down. It's become a little bit more collector friendly, and I think that's good for all of us.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. Awesome, Jeremy. Well, I appreciate you joining. For anyone out there who's not checked out, we didn't even talk about tag grading. That's a whole other thing to talk about. Let's give tag grading a minute here before we get out of here, because that's your new full-time role. Tell us about that.
Yeah, appreciate that. So for anyone who doesn't know, tag grading, it's technical authentication and grading. It's 10 years in the making. Tag revealed themselves to the hobby in May of this year on my YouTube channel. I did a series of 5 episodes, really did a deep dive. I then joined them after getting to know them so well and love what they were doing. I joined them in September in a business development capacity. The mission of tag grading is to provide consistent, reproducible, accurate, and transparent grading using automation, so AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, And it's to eliminate the inherent human subjectivity that is present with all the human opinion grading companies. And it's important to note that we're not reinventing the grading standards. We're applying automation. We give the cards a score on a 1,000 point scale so you can really hone in and be accurate. And we also assign an industry standard 10-point grade as well. So it's comparable to other grading companies. One thing that's important to note, Geoff, we don't overgrade. Some people legitimately assume that it's computerized grading, so it would overgrade. But we have a concept called the non-human observable defect, or the NHOD, which allows us to kind of not incorporate certain defects into the grade, but rather we retain that data for the fingerprint of the card for resubmission detection. Our lead grader has been working with a team of AI architects for probably 6 or 7 years now. He was a 9+ year senior grader at PSA. We recently added another seasoned grader with experience at 2 of the well-known companies. So our mantra is transparency. We have transparent slabs. I actually have one here I can show you. This is a transparent slab, so no paper flip inside. The grades are transparent. If you scan this QR code with your phone, you access our digital image and grading report. We call it the DIG report. It's accessible from our website or the code. And a transparent process. When we're set up at card shows next year grading, we won't be behind a black curtain. You'll be able to see your card get graded. We're currently in the early adopter phase. We'll be opening up fully in Q1 next year. So come see us at Rob's show at Burbank in February. We'll also be at the Mint Collective at the end of March.
There's a lot to like about what tag grading is doing. You guys are definitely trailblazers in the grading industry. Have any of you tried tag grading? Have you seen them at card shows? Let us know in the YouTube comments. I'm curious how many of you out there have seen tag grading or have given them a shot already, or just simply checked out their technology. If you haven't, check out tag grading. And I know, Jeremy, you've actually got a giveaway that we're able to give the audience tonight too, right?
Yeah, so I talked to the team over at Tag just yesterday, actually late last night, after getting an email from Kelly, and we decided to give away a 10 card package for 30-day turnaround, and I assume you'll figure out how to give that away. Let us know who wins, and we'll reach out to them via email and make sure that we take care of them.
We will get a winner drawn and announce that winner here in the next few minutes. So appreciate it, Jeremy. Let everyone know how they can follow you.
Thanks, Geoff. I appreciate it from you as well. It was great having you on Sports Cards Live on Friday. You can find me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is simply Sports Cards Live. Love to have many of you come in and subscribe and check it out. And I'm on Instagram, jlee_Sports Cards Live, as you see on the screen right there. I love my Christmas sweater there, Geoff. Thank you.
For sure, Jeremy. Good to see you. Happy holidays.
Same to you. Thanks, everybody.
All right. I got a couple more giveaways to announce here before we go to our next guest. SlabStrong, if you remember earlier in the show, SlabStrong is giving away a free 10-pack assorted colors of PSA SlabStrongs, these beautiful rubber bumpers to protect your slabs from dropping. It's not my slab, so I'm not actually going to drop it, but if I dropped it, it would protect it. The winner of that is Dan Towski. So Dan Towski, congratulations to you. You won a 10-pack of SlabStrongs. And we also have a 2020-2021 Donruss Basketball Fat Pack, Big C7 cards. Cameron, who was on early in the show, donated that. We appreciate Big C7 cards for doing that. The winner of that is going to be DB Gates 04. DB Gates 04. If you're announced as a winner tonight, just a reminder, fill out that form at the top of the YouTube chat. We got many, many more winners coming, so stay tuned. But next, we have a special interview. This is actually one I recorded earlier today. It's the only pre-recorded segment, or earlier, I should say a little earlier, is the only pre-recorded segment of the show, but it's a good interview. Bob Means, who's the director of trading cards from eBay, is coming on the show. We had a great conversation talking about what eBay is doing this year, what the outlook is for next year. They got some really cool new technologies that are coming into play, so we're going to hear about that next from Bob. And then after the interview with Bob, we got some more big giveaways. All right, everyone, I'm very excited to introduce Bob Means, the Director of Trading Cards at eBay, here to the virtual holiday. Bob, welcome to the show.
Hi, Geoff. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you back again. eBay's been an incredible partner in us doing this virtual event now multiple times over. And of course, you know, we partnered with you on a lot of other fronts, and our audience probably recognizes you because if people have been watching our channel for a while, Bob, you've been on the channel several times to talk about things eBay's been doing and the state of sports cards overall. And there's been some big news since the last time you came out and we had a conversation like this. The eBay Vault, perhaps being, you know, some of that biggest news. You guys launched the vaulting service. And I think this is a really big deal. But from your perspective, tell the audience kind of how this works and what the benefits are.
Yeah, from a very, let me get really simple with it. For any card that's been graded by SGC, CGC, Beckett, or PSA over $250, when you're paying for it, there will be an option that pops up during the checkout that says send to vault. The vault is physically exactly what you think a vault should be. It's a safe, secure storage facility, temperature controlled, humidity controlled, all of those things that you would want to have a vault be. And then what happens is that card effectively goes into your collection. So it's yours, it's physically owned, but we store it and we store it for you. What you can do with it, that's up to you, right? So if you're buying a card because you see it as a long-term investment, you want to hold on to it for a few years, hold on to it for a few years with us in the vault. If you see it as a card that you potentially are going to want to throw back into the market, you can do that as well. And if you're seeing it as something that you want to maybe put a premium on top of and just leave it listed out there and see if somebody, you know, desires it really and wants to pay for that premium, you can do that. You can do that as well. It's basically just another marketplace within the eBay marketplace to buy and sell cards without having to necessarily take the physical delivery of the cards or deal with the shipment of the cards. I've lived through one too many just awful things with shipping, right? And there's always a risk every time that card is going into the air or on a truck. And the vault is a secure location where you can keep that card until you absolutely want to see it or you want to sell it.
And you're providing some financial incentives as well for people who want to take advantage of the vault service around things like storage fees and seller fees. Is this right?
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Right now, there's only a withdrawal fee. So if I buy a card, put it in the vault, 3 months later, 4 months later, decide that I want to take it, I want it physically delivered to my house, there's going to be a withdrawal fee attached to that. But we are not charging any storage fees. We've announced that we're not going to do storage fees through 2022, which we're running out of time on. So we obviously have to get some new messaging out there in terms of what we're doing with storage fees. And there are no seller fees. I think this is going to be a game changer for a lot of sellers out there. A lot of people that want to hold cards and then sell them down the road, right? Basically, there's no seller fee. So a card that is sold in the vault as a seller, a card that is sold in the vault, it's a hands-free operation for you now. The shipping is going to be done for you. The fulfillment is going to be done for you. You don't need to worry about it. It's a final sale situation. There's no returns. Once it leaves the vault, we know that it's authentic. We know that all of those things have occurred. You're basically done, and there was no fee attached to it. So that's where we stand right now. There may be changes in the future, and we need to, we owe it to everybody who's thinking about using this to get them the messaging that they need to understand what we're doing with some of those other fees in the future. But for now, there are no storage fees. There are no seller fees, and that's not going to change. The seller fee thing is what we think is going to set this vault apart from other vaults and other services that are out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge, right? I mean, whenever you hear people talk about eBay, there's a segment of people that grumble about the seller fees, the percentage eBay takes, all that type of thing. Of course, that's true with any platform that they could possibly sell on, auction houses, whatever. Everyone has a percentage of some type. But the very fact that you can now counter those folks and say, wait, just cards in the vault, no seller fees. Like that's incredible. And for somebody who's looking to buy cards that they're later going to sell, whether it's a longer term investment or a short term flip, that really makes a huge difference in your ability to make profit on a flip. Because previously, you had to wait till the card went up, 20, 30% or more in order to be able to sell it and still make a margin over seller fees.
That's
But
right,
now,
Geoff.
but now what you're saying is a card could just go up a little bit and you could really flip it and still have the potential to make a little profit if it's in the vault.
If you want to, sure. I mean, what I'm hoping for is that people in general leave the cards in the vault.
Yeah.
And that enables, should you want, for them to trade hands multiple times, because there's not to your point, but if you're doing it the 2 years ago way, you're buying the card. The seller in that case is, they're dealing with the fees and they're dealing with the shipping costs and all of that. And you're getting the card sort of at the price that you paid for it. But then you have to think about the growth that you need to get out of the value of the card before you can effectively flip it and do it in a profitable way for yourself. So, but the other component of this is just very simple. We've talked to a lot of people who are, and Geoff, this might hit you, starting to run out of closet space, starting to run out of room. There's only so much of the garage that you can dedicate to your cards. And again, we really are excited about the storage, the safety and the security that goes into it. And ultimately it enables somebody who might have 100 cards and you stick them all in the vault. And you decide to sell 2 of them. Great. So that's going to, you hit the nail on the head. It's going to be great for people that want to hold on to their cards for some time. And then I'm hoping that the person that comes in and buys it just leaves it in the vault as well, rather than take it out. And that will be a really interesting flywheel for the collector to be a part of. And, I think there's a lot of people that are getting very comfortable with the idea of not necessarily physically having that card in their hand. Now, there are some people that are never going to get there because they want to have that asset. They want to have that card in their hands because it means something to them. I've got some cards that are not even of significant volume or value, but I couldn't imagine them not being on my desk. So we're totally aware of that. There are people that are still going to want the card physically delivered. They're going to want to sit on their desk. They're going to want to put it on their wall. They're going to want to do whatever they want to do with it. But through tools that we're developing like eBay Collection, we also see a world where you might have 1,000 cards in the vault and you're out to dinner and you're sharing on your phone. Here's my collection. It's basically a digital collection, but you have it all physically. So, I think the integration of let's call it the digital world into the collection space is nothing but a way of making the hobby that much stronger. And so I think the vault will play a big role in that.
So right now, I know people can sign up for the vault for free on the eBay website or through the eBay app. Right now, the only way to get cards into the vault is if you buy on eBay a graded card that's more than $250 in value, I believe you said. Is either that criteria or the way you can get cards into the vault or other things going to change in the future?
So I don't know about the price point yet. I mean, right now we're pretty comfortable with it being at $250. What I do know is that we need to develop the ability for people to submit cards on their own. What I mean by that is, Geoff, you're sitting on a card at your house and that's the one you want to put in the vault. We need to make it so that you can do that. We need to make it so that you can come visit us when we're at the National next year and bring your cards to us. Mm-hmm. We need to make it so sellers can get their cards into the vault so they can take advantage of those selling fees. Like we need to make it so that you can get things into the vault and start them there, start their journey from a marketplace perspective in the vault. That's going to be very important for us to solve. Right now, you're exactly right. And unless it needs to be over $250, it needs to be graded by SGC, CGC, Beckett, or PSA. And then you need to have signed up that you want to be a part of the vault. You do those things and you can get a card into the vault.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, I know another technology that eBay has been working on this year has been eBay Live Beta. Talk to me about that and where that's going.
Yeah, live selling is a lot of fun. It's just a great time. We are still in beta. We're still trying to figure out exactly what live streaming is going to be. And but what we've done so far, I think, has shown the power of live streaming. We had Mojo Breaks on just the other day, and they were able to move through copious amounts of inventory. We've been able to do some smaller shows where, Grant Williams was with me and we were talking about cards as we were selling them, and that was a lot of fun. And for me, ultimately, I really want to see live streaming as a way to connect the community and make sure that people can, I don't want it to be a one-way episode. I don't want it to be a one-way thing. I want it to be something that people can participate in. So when you're in a live stream, you feel like you're a part of what's happening. So we've got a lot of work to do to bring something like that to life. So there's a tremendous amount of effort that we've got to put into live streaming. We know that it's an important thing. We know that people are getting used to doing, to selling and buying through their phones and through live stream apps. So it's important for us to figure out what is the way that eBay is going to do it that's going to differentiate us from other people.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly an exciting future, and it will certainly be interesting to see how you guys press forward into that. I know you've done some big events, with it recently, and so I'm excited when it becomes more available in the future. We'll certainly stay tuned to that. You guys have been doing a lot of innovation, it seems, this year. You guys, eBay is kind of the OG marketplace, the original marketplace in the trading card world. You guys have been, cards have been bought and sold on eBay for, I think, 20 years now, right?
Yeah.
20 plus years. And, but I know that, you guys have been, expanding your team and working on these new technologies. Why is eBay, innovating and reinvesting so much back into the trading card space?
Well, I think there's an expectation for people in the hobby for us to remove some of the friction that's in the hobby. I think you and I have had this exact conversation about friction, right? There are the internet, eBay, the marketplace, all of that stuff worked great, but everyone's expectations are continuing to grow and to climb. And so I think it's incumbent on me and our product team at eBay to build services that enable things to be easier for people. Price guide is an important one around that. Collection's important around that. I want people to be able to scan cards at shows and get eBay price guidance on it. I want people to be able to track their collection. Like we were talking earlier, I want people to be able to submit to the vault from their phone. So these are all tools that we need to develop, and it's critical for not only this hobby, but all the other collectible hobbies that follow in many ways the exact same sort of business model. The comic book business, for instance, is very similar to trading cards. The coin business is very similar to trading cards. So we can learn and iterate in the trading card world and make it the best possible platform for the hobbyists in the trading card space, and then also figure out how to make that and expand that out to everyone else. So it's a lot of fun. It's an exciting journey. One of the things that is so helpful is always getting expert advice, and expert advice is coming from people like yourself. It's coming from the people that are going to comment in the YouTube, and it's coming from people who come visit us at the booths at the National and at the Mint and at the shows that we're at. Your feedback, like, we're trying to build these things based off of what all of the experts, which is everyone who's in the hobby, is telling us they need. And those are the things that drive us. It would be easy to sit back and do nothing and just enjoy it, but that's not responsible. That's not taking an active part in the community that I think we need to have. It is incumbent on us to make sure that the hobby continues to grow and that eBay continues to be an important part of that growth.
So with that drive, and that mission that you guys have, what are you looking forward to most about 2023, about the new year?
Well, I think the hobby is strong, and I can't really get into any of the specifics because my suits back at work are going to stop me from getting into anything too specific, but the hobby's strong. And, I think anyone who's looking back to the last 2 years and thinking of that as the good old days is thinking about it incorrectly. The hobby is going to continue to grow, and it's going to continue to be a place that people who have passion for it are going to continue to have passion for it. So I see 2023 as a year that we're going to still see more innovation out of companies like eBay. We're going to still see innovation out of other companies. We're going to still see more apps come to market. We're going to see a lot of interesting things happen. But the hobby, the core hobby underneath it, the core hobby, which is just collecting cards that are meaningful to you, that's just going to remain strong. It's going to continue to grow.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. And I'm looking forward to the future alongside you. Bob, this has been really, really insightful. I appreciate you joining us here. And thank you, eBay Collectibles, as well, for the sponsorship of the virtual holiday. We certainly appreciate you allowing us to bring this show to the audience. So thanks for joining us, Bob.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and happy holidays to you and everyone who watches this. Thank you so much.
To you as well. Take care. All right. We back on audio now? We're back on audio. We're back, everybody. And I'm excited to announce, as part of that commercial you just saw a second ago for Market Movers there, the new Market Movers X Mobile is coming out in the next few weeks. As you guys know, we relaunched Market Movers a few months ago with a brand new version of Market Movers for desktop, and it is awesome. The new redesign is incredible. So we said, you know what, we got to redesign our mobile app as well. We got to make our mobile app every bit as good, if not better, than the new desktop interface for Market Movers X. So our mobile app is about to get a major upgrade, and in the upcoming weeks, we will be launching Market Movers X Mobile, the brand new reimagined version of the mobile app. It is going to be super, super slick. And you'll get a free upgrade if you subscribe now to Market Movers. We're doing a special for people watching the virtual, 30% off your first payment on any Market Mover subscription, whether it's monthly, whether you want to apply it to an annual plan. 30% off, promo code VIRTUAL22 gets you 30% off. You go to sportscardinvestor.com, click Market Movers in the main menu bar, promo code VIRTUAL22 gets you 30% off any Market Mover subscription and the free upgrade to Market Movers X Mobile when it comes available in the next few weeks. All right, guys, let's bring on our next guest, someone who you're probably familiar with if you've been watching Sports Card Investor for a while, Joe Davis. Joe, can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear Joe. I don't know if that's my... Oh, well, hold on. We got to get Joe's audio up. Just one second. While we get Joe's audio up, we got some more giveaways we can do here while we're getting Joe's audio up and going. Joe, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. And I can hear Joe as well. So let's give out a couple of giveaways, Joe. And actually, I'm going to give away one of our giveaways too. But first of all, let me give away the grading package. We just had tag grading on. The 10-card 30-day grading package, that went to Stephanie Lyle. Stephanie Lyle, congratulations. Burbank Sports Cards gave us the 2022 Topps Chrome Baseball Hobby Box. That's the last prize from Burbank. That went to Adam D. Lennon. Adam D. Lennon, congratulations. We're going to give out 1 year of Market Movers X for free. I just told you about the promo we're doing on Market Movers X. Promo code VIRTUAL22. Well, somebody's going to get a year for free. And that person is Daniel P. Baudreau. Daniel P. Baudreau, congratulations to you. And then, Joe, our final giveaway is one that you've generously donated here, $100 free from our Sports Card Investor Got Baseball Cards grading service. So before I announce the winner of this one, tell everybody a little bit more about this grading service that we have together.
Sure thing. We've been doing this for quite a while now. We have thousands of mutual customers that work with us who send their sports card submissions into us so that we can provide free pre-screening for them, whether it be PSA, BGS, SGC, or CSG. I've got multiple full-time guys, and all they do is screen cards for customers. We do that for free. It's a free service. We screen both based upon value and condition to help submitters determine what they should submit. Then we follow up with them, let them know, what we've determined, and they make the final call of what they want submitted. Then, of course, we are an authorized group submitter. We've been working with PSA since 1998 and SGC back that far, and BGS since they launched. So we work with all the big ones, and we're happy to assist customers with their graded card submissions. Many customers even, they grade with us, and then they can sign with us, and then we sell the cards for them on eBay. So we help them any way we can, and that's our objective, is to be the #1 service providers in the industry for grading.
Yeah, and I can tell you firsthand that Joe and his team provide absolutely excellent customer service. It's one of the hallmarks of Got Baseball Cards and Joe's company. And if any of you out there are interested in grading your cards, you can do it through our special submission program that we've set up with Got Baseball Cards. The way you do it is you go to sportscardinvestor.com, you click on grading in the main menu bar, you get discounted pricing, sometimes cheaper than what you can get by going to the grading companies directly, but you also get the free pre-screening, which is extremely valuable and important. So Joe's team takes a look at the cards that are submitted if you select that. And free return shipping if you submit at least 10 cards. So a lot of reasons to go through our submission program. Once again, sportscardinvestor.com/grading. And Joe, we're giving out $100 in free grading to somebody. Are you ready for this?
Sure thing. Let's see who's going to be the big winner.
Stand 1213, STAIND 1213. Congratulations, you are that winner. And we got some more wax we're going to give away here in a minute as well from Midwest Cards. But Joe, before we do, let's talk a little bit about Got Baseball Cards. You guys are a massive eBay dealer. I know you've been on eBay for a long time. You got tons and tons of cards listed on eBay all the time. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we've been on eBay since 1998. Right now, I think we've got about 330,000 items. We've shipped out, I think in the last 2 days, we've shipped about 650 orders out to online customers. We provide you can buy cards from us for 99 cents and some into the 5 figures. So I've got a handful of cards that we currently have on eBay. Some that'll be closing later tonight and some over the next few nights as well. But we pride ourselves in great quality cards, whether that be that 99-cent card or whether it be a $10,000 card. And so we, combine shipping. We do a lot of special things for our customers on eBay.
Well, let's take a look at some of those cards, Joe, that you referenced.
All right, we'll start off with got a 1932 Sanella's Margarine Babe Ruth, one you don't see very often. A PSA 6, really nice condition for a 1932 Babe Ruth card. We'll stick with the vintage baseball here. We got and I am showing off a number of cards that were consigned to us from customers, many who graded these with us to start with, including this 1948 Leaf Stan Musial rookie, PSA 3. Got a customer, we just got these back this week. He had graded several 1956s with us. 1956 Mantle. Beautiful 1956 PSA 5 Jackie Robinson. One of my favorite poses on Robinson. And also from the 56 set, this is a pretty tough grade here. 56 Willie Mays, PSA 6. Those were all the same submitter there. And this one I was tempted to buy, and if it doesn't bring enough, I may just buy it myself, because this is a beautiful 61 Roger Maris autograph, of course, from the year he broke Ruth's record.
Wow.
61 Roger Maris. This was sent dual service. Card got a 4 and the autograph got an 8.
Wow.
So it's a really nice quality Maris autograph.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then we've got the very tough 69 Mickey Mantle white letter variation, PSA 4, one of the toughest cards out of the 69 set. And jumping up to modern here, really tough 10, an 86 Bo Jackson PSA 10. For anybody who's broke down hundreds of 86 Topps traded factory sets like I have, 10s are very, very tough. This beautiful Bo Jackson. And of course, we do work with SGC as well. Got a really nice 68 Nolan Ryan rookie, SGC 6. And one of the toughest cards, many collectors have never seen one of these, 67 Roger Maris blank back proof card with the Yankees. He was not with the Yankees in the 67 set. He's with the Cardinals. But that's a 67 Maris proof card graded by SGC. And, of course, we work with CSG as well. Here's a really nice PSA 10 01 Bowman Heritage Albert Pujols rookie. And before I move on to basketball, we had a retail customer grade this with us and then consign it. A beautiful Star Wars 2022 Sapphire Darth Vader orange, numbered out of 25, PSA 10. Here's one I traded for at the National this year. Klay Thompson BGS 95 RPA Auto. Beautiful Klay Thompson, nice thick rookie card of Klay there, numbered out of 75. For those who are looking for an affordable Jordan rookie this holiday season, we've got both an SGC Authentic that we currently have on eBay, as well as a PSA 4, both very affordable Jordans, and we've got a PSA 6 sticker. So those are, of course, in the reasonable price range compared to some Jordans. And speaking of Jordan, this has been a popular seller. We've had a few of these lately. This is his 91 Upper Deck promo in a PSA 10. It was the first Jordan basketball card made by Upper Deck. And while we're on Jordans, we've got the 92 Stadium Club Beam Team, of course, that's one of the most popular early 90s inserts on Jordan. And then we've got a couple of his refractors, 93 Finest refractor, PSA 8 on Jordan.
It's a hard one to get a good grade in.
Yes, it is. Often a lot of issues with the surface on that one. And then we've got the 94 Finest in a PSA 9 Jordan refractor.
Neat.
And just a couple more. 96 Mystery Finest Jordan. Again, all of these will be closing on eBay over the next few nights. I know we've talked about the late 90s Fleer inserts. This was the Skybox Premium Golden Touch PSA 9. 97 Finest Jordan Gold. I know, Geoff, when you came by the shop the other week, we were talking about Shaq cards.
Yeah.
And how they're a great buy.
Totally undervalued. If you want to get into collecting one of the basketball greats, I mean, you can get into Shaq a lot less expensive than Jordan or Kobe or any of those guys.
Yep. And here's one of those beautiful inserts on Shaq, the 95 Flair Hot Numbers in a PSA.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It's hard to catch all of that on the camera, but it's, you know, the beautiful lenticular 3D design.
And Joe, all of these are on your eBay store. You said they're all ending soon, right? They're all on, and so people would find these. They'd go to eBay and go to the Got Baseball Card store on eBay.
Yep. Just search for Got Baseball Cards. It's our same handle on eBay as well as Instagram and our YouTube channel. And of course, the website is just gotbaseballcards.com. But pretty simple to remember. But yeah, all of these cards we've shown, as well as thousands of others, will be closing on eBay over the next, starting later tonight, as well as the next few nights.
Awesome, Joe. Well, we got to wrap it up tonight. I'll let you show one or two more cards here before we get out of here.
No problem at all. I'll show off one last. This is a beautiful. Talking about Kobe, there's a Kobe Ionics Warp Zone insert. Very tough insert of Kobe.
Yeah, that's real cool.
So again, yeah, they can visit just check with us on eBay, as we have thousands of cards on there. And again, they can click your grading tab there on Sports Card Investor if they need any more information about grading with us. And we're happy to assist them as we do thousands of other customers worldwide.
Appreciate it. SportsCardInvestor.com. Click grading in the main menu bar. Joe, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you once again for joining the virtual holiday.
Great being here. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for having us on, Geoff.
Absolutely. Guys, I'm going to announce the next set of giveaway winners in just a second, but I'm actually going to bring on our friends from Midwest Cards to do it along with me, and they're going to do a free break. We've pulled out some names from the giveaway pile tonight. We're going to do a free break here with Midwest Cards in just a minute. For several of you, you're going to get your spots in a free break we're about to do. Let's bring on our friends from Midwest Cards if we could. I think we've got Jim and Ted joining us for Midwest tonight, I believe. See if we can get them on there. Jim, how's it going?
Hey, Geoff. Good. How are you?
Good. All right. We can hear each other. Look at that. Everything is awesome.
Perfect.
First, right off the bat, appreciate you sponsoring our show tonight, providing all of this amazing wax. We got more boxes. You guys really hooked us up tonight with a lot of incredible boxes. These ones we're going to give away in just a second as well here. You hooked us up tonight with a ton of incredible boxes. Gosh, a Prism. Look at that Prism hobby box we're about to give away thanks to Midwest Cards. You guys really did an awesome job giving us all these boxes to give away, Jim, sorry.
Yeah, we're excited. Thanks for putting this on, Geoff. And we've got the great break. Ted is not joining now, but we're breaking in just a second. He'll be breaking a 2018 Optic Basketball Fast Break and a 2020 Select Football Hobby Box. So lots more to come.
We're going to announce the winners. In fact, let's go ahead and announce the winners for the break so people can get prepared for that. We're going to talk to Jim for a couple minutes, then we're going to go to the break, and then we're going to come back and give away this last set of boxes before we then go over to the eBay Collectibles Instagram account to give out a box of National Treasures along with some other stuff. So, Jim, our winners for the 2020 Select Football Hobby Box, we've got Matt J 10, Tori Davis 9, Aiden's Carano 11, C Nadee Jazz Jamie, Cal Jennifer A, Corey Hager 10, Cameron Barcher, Patatis 99, Josh Jackson Painting, Matt Persha Sports Card Collector Chronicles, and Maryin 12, they've all won a single pack each from 2020 Select Hobby Football, which we're going to break in a second, and then Optic Fast Break. We've got 2 packs each going to Momac 13, Ron Bayer, Tommy Speed 80, Ian Secan, DJ Backstab 86, ZSUS 715, Sunny Sims, EMILV 81, and OCC Cody. All of you guys are winners in our break in just a second. We got other winners in a second. Jim, thanks for doing all of this. And for those of you for the audience out there who's not familiar with Midwest Cards, the fact that you guys are just a massive, massive wax dealer, tell them a little bit more about what you guys do.
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, Geoff, we are definitely known for having a really wide selection of wax, both online and in the shop. I think what we want to have from an experience perspective is we want people to know that they can come to us for definitely everything current. And we also want to be thinking about how do we get the inventory that's everything going back in time. So something that we're actually going to be starting to do going forward is we're actually going to be trying to acquire some inventory from collectors out there. So pretty soon on, we're actually going to be launching a new website. There will be opportunities for you all to sell us some wax so that we can actually have an even larger inventory to serve clients. We really want our shop, both in store and online, to be a one-stop destination for wax, among other things.
That's awesome. That's cool. I love the old wax. That's always it's a fun rip.
Right.
I ripped earlier this year. I ripped a box of 1984 football on Super Bowl Sunday. And I mean, talk about bringing the nostalgia back, like going for Dan Marino and John Elway rookie cards, right?
Yeah, those are great. We actually ripped an 85 box in the shop not all that long ago. Was doing a little Warren Moon hunting. I have one of my PCs is I'm trying to collect all of the starting quarterbacks from Tecmo Super Bowl, the old Super Nintendo game.
Yep.
Sometimes you want to get lucky and try to have the one that doesn't stick to the gum on the back, but it just kind of always works out that way.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. Cool. And so you guys, obviously, most people know you through your website, MidwestCards.com, with the vast selection you guys have there. You also have a shop in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, we do have a shop. It's kind of an ever-expanding shop, and some news that we can share is that one of the things that we'll be working on, really beginning pretty quickly and hopefully launching mid to late next year, is a brand new shop. So for those of you that don't know, we're right downtown Columbus, Ohio. We're really close to the Blue Jackets Arena, Cruise Stadium, where the MLS team plays, and the Clippers, the minor league Guardians team. So we're looking to expand pretty substantially and have a more destination shop. I know Rob was talking about destination shops and Rich over at Layton. But yeah, so we do have a shop, and we're going to continue to expand that next year, and hopefully everybody on the stream can make a trip by Columbus.
Yeah, for sure. I hope they get that opportunity. That's very cool. And then, as we're going to see here in just a minute, you've also recently started breaking, and that's becoming more a part of your business mix. And we're going to do that free break here in just a second. Tell us about that.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't checked us out, definitely on Whatnot. That's where we're doing our breaking right now. We started about 8 weeks ago. We did a pretty big giveaway that you helped support. And really the goal here over the next 45 to 60 days is to be a place where you can go and find a break 24 hours a day. So over the next couple of months, we'll be expanding out our offering on Whatnot a lot. And you can come and find us there, join in a break, and it should be round the clock.
That's awesome. Very cool. So Midwest Cards on Whatnot?
Yep.
Awesome. Good. Well, we're going to go to this break here in just a second. Before we do, I want to ask you one more question. What's your favorite thing about doing all of this? Like owning a shop in the sports card hobby, you got the website, you're doing the breaking now, like you're obviously living in this thing day to day. What is your favorite thing about it?
It's kind of two things. I mean, one, we work with a great team here. Like we get to come to work and work with like some of our best friends. I mean, one of our first hires was a guy that I went to high school with, or even before that, we've known each other since we were 5 or 6 years old. So the people talk about the community. We have our own internal community. We just kind of love everybody that's here. And the other thing is innovation. I mean, it's a market that was really ripe for innovation, and the fact that everyone's really jumping in and, things like market movers. They're investing in the hobby. And we know there's been a lot of change over the last few years, and that's exciting to us. We love the innovation of the industry and the hobby.
Gotta love it. It's going to be exciting to see where it is 10 years from now.
Yep, definitely.
Awesome. Well, before we launch over here to Ted and do our break, anything else you want to add, Jim?
Only other thing, a little exciting news. I know we've got a little reel that's coming out, but we are also launching a new website very soon, probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So for anybody that likes the Midwest Cards experience online right now, definitely check us out at midwestcards.com in the new year, and you should see a very kind of best-in-class experience that has a lot more information about the cards that you love to collect.
I'm excited about it. Right now, I think the website's already pretty good. It's a very efficient way to order wax, so certainly excited to see where it goes from here. All right, well, let's cut over to Ted if we can and bring him on, and we're going to do our first break here with Midwest, and this will be free for all of the folks I mentioned. And then once we do that, we'll be back here to wrap up and give away our final boxes before we go live on the eBay Collectibles Instagram shortly, live with DJ Ski, by the way. And we're going to be giving away a whole bunch there as well. So let's go ahead and go to our break here with Midwest Cards.
Nervous. How are we doing, everybody? Yeah. All right, so going to be starting off with 2020 Select. So going to be doing all packs being given away. Pack 1 will be going to Matt J10 out of the Select 2022. Good luck, everybody. So, first pack. We are starting off big time with an A.J. Brown out of 175, as well as a Clyde Edwards-Helaire tie-dye signatures. I mean, you can't get much better of a start than that. Pack 2 is going to be going to a Torrey Davis 9. Torrey Davis 9. Starting off with the Michael Prine. Going to go into a Josh Allen tie-dye. Then we got a silver Zeke Elliott and a Jerry Jeudy. Pack 3 is going to be going to Aiden Scarano 11. We've got a silver Justin Jefferson rookie selections. That's what you're looking for right there. Then a Tua Tagovailoa silver club level. Looks like that's another solid pack right there for you guys. Pack 4 is going to a Caden Jamie? Got a rookie selections, Jonathan Taylor, then a silver Jason Witten with the Raiders. Not bad. Pack number 5 is going to a Callie Jennifer. Yeah. I always struggle sometimes with names, but it's okay.
I never know if
There's a lot.
There's a lot in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of usernames, a lot of different ones, but we got another Clyde Edwards-Helaire silver, followed by a DeAndre Swift silver, and a Justin Herbert premier level base.
Pack 6 going to Corey Haggard, 10. Got a nice Jonathan Taylor, followed by an XRC.
Nice hits.
I don't know who this is. It doesn't say.
What's the order?
We will find out.
Defender, defense 1.
Defense 1. We'll get back to you on what that is. Then we got a Jalen Johnson silver and a T. Higgins base rookie. We'll get back to you on that XRC. We'll let you know. Pack 7 going to Cameron. Or no. Am I on pack 7? Am I counting right?
I think you're 1 behind.
Am I 1 behind?
1, yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
Corey Haggard 10 or Cameron Batch?
Yeah, Chase is going to be your defense 1.
Chase Young is the RC. Got a TJ Watt and a Josh Allen, followed by a silver Nick Chubb, then a Lamar Jackson. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, no, that was pack 7. So this is pack 8 going to Patatis, no, 99. Got a nice thick one here with a memorabilia Marlon Mack out of 75, followed by a field level Darian Tom Evans for the Titans and a Drew Brees. Pack 9 going to a Josh Jackson painting. We've got a blue DeAndre Swift out of 75, followed by James Robinson, rookie auto silver out of 99. Very nice hit right there, as well as an Andre Thomas field level rookie. Following that up with pack 10 going to Matt Persha. Got a Michael Vick selections, followed by a silver T. Higgins concourse, very nice, and a Von Jefferson. Love it. Pack 11 going to Sports Card Collector Chronicles. We've got a red Dak Prescott out of 99, as well as a silver Jalen Reagor, and then a James Morgan. And then last pack, best pack. Finish this off strong. We've got a red CeeDee Lamb out of 149, and then a silver Anthony McFarland and a Tua Tagovailoa field level. That is a good way to finish that one off. Then we will get into this Don Russ Optic. Each winner is getting 2 packs. Oh, just going to go in order of these packs in the box. So, Mo, Mac, you are getting these first 2 packs. Get started. Looking for Luca and Trey. We've got a Disco John Wall, as well as a Robin Lopez to finish off that pack. And another Disco here. A Disco Terrence Ross, Nicola, and a De'Aaron Fox. These next 2 packs are going to a Ron Bayer. Got a nice rated rookie, followed by a Disco. All clear for takeoff, Spud Wet. It's a fun looking insert. Love that. And looks like another insert in here. Got a rated rookie, Josh. Steph Curry, Hart. Tim Hardaway Jr. to finish that pack off. Tom Speed 80 getting these next 2 packs right here. Got a rated rookie, followed by a retro series Tracy McGrady, Buddy Hield, and a Malik Monk. And we got a Victor Oladipo rated rookie Robert Williams III retro series Dennis Rodman. Don't see a lot as him being young these days. Ryan Anderson finishing that one off. Next two are going to an Ian C. Can. Got a rated rookie Mo Bamba and a Gordon Hayward Disco. Very nice. Giannis Antetokounmpo and a Giannis Valanciunas. Names are hard sometimes. And we got a Blake Griffin followed by a Disco TJ Warren, Aaron Gordon, and an Al Horford. Next two packs are going to DJ Backstab 86. Got a rated rookie as well as a all clear for takeoff Victor Oladipo, Damian Lillard, and a Dennis Smith Jr. Got a Tyreek Evans rated rookie, all-star Kevin Durant, Lonzo Ball, and a Klay Thompson. These next two are going to a Zisa 715. Got a red disco right here. A rated rookie red disco, Malik Bridges out of 85. Then a Zach LaVine. Very nice rated rookie right there.
Nice. Mikael Bridges.
Love that. Followed by another disco. Got a Disco Shaq. Very nice retro series Disco Shaq. Next two packs are going to Sonny Sims. Got another Disco rated rookie, Jalen Jackson Jr., Derek Favors, and a Dirk. Still have not seen that auto yet.
Yep.
It's coming.
Must be a Luka.
Maybe. It's got to be, right? Got a Disco James Harden, DeAndre Jordan, and a Kemba Walker to finish that off. Next two are going to Emily. Emily 81. That's how I was reading it. We have our auto. We've got a Geoff Hunt. Wow, I'm not gonna.
He completes Geoff Hornacek. That's like your
Geoff
NBA
Hornacek.
Jamie throwback right there.
Disco Fast Break, followed by a Rudy Gay Heart Disco, and his Cantor, and an Eric Bledsoe. Sometimes, again, names are hard for me sometimes. Can't help it. Rated rookie Colin Sexton, as well as an all clear for takeoff Larry Nance Jr., Jaylen Brown, and an Avery Bradley. And then last two packs. Let's finish it off strong right here for OCC Cody. We've got a nice purple disco of a Dirk Nowitzki out of 95. Zach Randolph, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And then finishing it off, last pack, best pack with a blue disco rated rookie, Vincent Edwards out of 50. And a DeMar DeRozan, as well as a Gary Harris. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Go look on the lookout. Yeah, we'll be breaking again tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got 2022 Absolute Football.
As well as an Obsidian 2021, and then the big boy, a 1920 Prism Hobby Box. We'll find Zion.
Yeah.
We'll find Ja.
Yeah.
We'll find one of them.
All right.
See you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Oh, man. Special thanks to Midwest Cards. That was awesome for them to do the free break for us. And they've given us even more wax to give away, guys. These are not our last giveaways of the evening because we're about to go live on eBay Collectibles Instagram in like literally about 5 minutes to give away a box of National Treasures basketball and some other stuff. eBay Collectibles on Instagram. But first, Thanks to Midwest Cards once again. This Origins football hobby box is going to Outbank ANK. Outback Ank. That's for you. Look at this, guys. Prism Hobby 2020 Prism Basketball Hobby Box. This is a big box. And this is going to Chi-Town 649. Congratulations, Chi-Town 649. How about a Topps Chrome Hobby Box 2020 Topps Chrome? Once again, thanks to our official wax sponsor, Midwest Cards. This is going to Hang Tough 9. And then finally, a Merlin Hobby Box, UEFA Merlin. This one is 2021 UEFA Merlin. That one is going to GP Sports Memorabilia. GP Sports Memorabilia. All those are awesome gifts. All of that from our official wax sponsor, Midwest Cards. Thank you, Midwest, so much. Check them out, midwest.com. Guys, we are about to go live on Instagram. Guys for watching. We are going to be back tomorrow night, and tomorrow night's show is going to be even more fantastic. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't be late. We have David Liner, the president of Fanatics Trading Cards, coming on live tomorrow night. We're going to ask him all the things, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to want to watch that. We've got Rick Probstein coming on. We've got Peter Steinberg from SGC. We've got Cajun Andrew from Luca Tigers and Bronze. We've got Daniel the Great Curator. And we have Dan from Stand Up Displays and many other incredible guests tomorrow night. We've got another $10,000 worth of giveaways tomorrow night, thanks to Midwest Cards, our official wax sponsor. And of course, all of this is possible by eBay Collectibles. I want to thank all of you guys for watching tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. But right now, go to eBay Collectibles on Instagram and join our live stream with DJ Ski. We'll see you there.